Yes.
Oh,
Nah,
that's just rude.
at least Badger got through like an episode.
Yeah. A singular episode.
Is,
I'm one episode further along.
Or I'll let it go down.
What? Huh?
Hey,
But not as-
What?
he's not blissfully unaware this time.
Am I back?
No.
Hello?
No, he died IRL.
No.
it's the curse.
Oh, he died.
Am I there?
My
Can you?
question is like, we're making
Hello?
these jokes. What do the viewers get on Crub's side? They just get a roast screen.
He's back.
He's
He's
back.
back.
No, I
He's back. He's back.
I heard you the whole time.
Bro, what's with this
Uh-oh.
like RGB going in the background there? What's happening?
Yeah, you like it?
Funky man.
Looking sick.
pretty sick.
Looks sick.
Looks good. I was tired of being boring.
That's
Alrighty.
not boring.
So,
Before we start,
okay.
I just wanted to make a comment that I loved, like I kind of skimmed through Crub's video and stuff, and I loved that when we like muted everyone, but Jamie was singing.
Is
That-
it?
because it was Crub's POV, you can't hear anything, and we're muted, and we're like,
Yeah.
and Jamie like loses his shit. He just starts pissing himself, and then we all come back.
It's so funny.
I think it's funnier not being able to hear. It's
Yeah.
all like,
I have to go back and watch that. That's brilliant.
yeah, it's really good.
Oh,
All right, proceed.
Proceed. Okay, so we have. Where are my? Oh, I was like, where's my character? Where's Grangrik? And then I realized that in my unique characters, it's the lion that's sitting there. It's just like a lion in my unique characters. I'm like, where is he?
As it should be.
Oh, I haven't made you unique yet. Give me a second. Well, I guess welcome back to the horrifying land of Barovia.
Accurate.
Genovia, Borovia.
Oh shit, where are you?
I don't know. I'm on. We're like on. I see like a
Lightning,
brown river.
blue trees.
Yeah, but
Hey, I
I
see a
ch-
brown river.
Okay, there we go. I
It's,
found
it's
you.
an oval.
You,
it's
you
an
were
oval.
still morphed as a guard, and I couldn't figure out which guard.
Oh, I was. Yeah.
Is this the shit? Is this the shit creek that we're up without a paddle?
Maybe.
Yes.
Brown shit creek.
Speaking of, that is a great movie if you guys have never seen it.
Shit, Craig.
The
paddle?
Without a Paddle, yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a good movie. Wow, that's going back a
Underrated.
long way.
Yeah.
Been a while since I thought of that. Yeah.
Wow.
I love Dak Shepard though. Like he's so
More of a-
funny.
It's more of a cult movie. That wasn't mainstream at all.
Mm-mm.
No, that was not mainstream. Man, that was funny.
Please stop. Enough with that, please.
It's kind of a last of an era, like of its kind. Like those goofy.
Mm.
I mean, maybe they still make them and I just don't watch them, right? But like those like 2000s, like I don't know what to compare them to, but
Road Trip.
yeah,
I
and
was literally
yeah,
gonna say
yeah.
those two.
Yeah.
Or
I always get them
anything,
confused. This is where I
anything,
parked my car.
anything out of a superhero movie that
Dude, where's my
Reynolds.
car? Another one.
yeah.
Where's your car, dude?
I love that movie. It's
Sweet.
hilarious.
Kind of like
Don't mess with the Zoltan.
it's
Oh.
kind of like
Oh,
it's
you
kind of
haven't
like
seen Zaha?
stoner humor.
Oh.
It's kind of like stoner humor, but not. Pineapple Express is like
But
Pineapple
It's
Express.
like-
off
yes.
the charts stoner
The
humor.
And
Interview.
I love that movie. The Interview, yeah.
like there's the other Knocked Up.
Mm,
Those are a little bit more mainstream though than like
They
the
all
movie.
get pink eye.
Yeah.
That's true.
But they're in that same line for sure.
Alrighty.
40-year-old virgin.
I forgot. Yeah, oh, mate, that's one of my favorite movies.
It's
of all
so good.
time. That is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Let's go for.
Any of the Harold and
I
Kumar
don't-
movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, like just any of them.
It's true.
Van Wilder.
Can they even make movies like that anymore without everyone of all involved getting canceled? I don't know if they could.
Nah. Don't see it.
Tropic Thunder. They
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
blackface, so-
Thunder.
I love that movie.
I still can't believe they got away with it.
Blackface and full retard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never
You
got
never
full
go full
retard.
retard.
Never. What do you mean, you people? and then he starts singing the is it the Jeffersons theme song? It's so funny, dude. It's so good.
Oh, it's the inn.
Do you mean the Jetsons?
No.
If you look up on the second story, you'll see something for yourself there, Joel.
Oh god, it's so hard to like. Can you? Oh,
don't
is
know
there
where
settings
I am.
where you
On the
can like?
right hand side, you've got the green one that'll change which bits go in and out,
Oh,
like the
thank
layer
God.
that goes in and out.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
All I see is a roof.
Hungry. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, there's people. Okay. What, I was asleep.
You were.
So
What?
when last
What's,
we left,
what's next to me?
Looks like a
It's what's his name?
Rudy.
Rictavio.
Rudy.
No.
Rudy.
On my bed next to me.
A hat.
Oh, there might be something I don't know. There was
Okay.
already stuff on some of the beds. Don't
hat.
be too concerned. It's a hat.
It's
There's a hat on the bed.
Okay. What was the thing
there's
for me that
tavern
you're?
music? Tavern like talking.
Just
people
your
talking.
Oh, I
I've
totally
actually managed to get. I've actually
Yeah,
managed to
hell
get him in, and he
Thank
should
you.
be under your control and everything. So, you
Sure.
all went to bed after a very eventful and kind of troublesome day. You met up with another ally that who has been, who has kind of been brought into the group via Rudolph Van Ryken. This kind of figure came in and helped you get out of a little bit of a predicament that you were in, where Marlon had been arrested for being a general disturbance, and for sneaking around the Burgermeister's house when he probably shouldn't be.
Nuisance.
Tossing his balls about the place.
And then mouthing back to the Burgermeister as well.
Spit
Mhm.
facts.
After which you have come back to the Blue Water Inn, where you have decided to have some rest before approaching the day's struggles, with the festival coming closer, being only one more day away, and the threat of what is going on with Ismark and Irina, and who is Izek really? How much control is he in? You awake rested but concerned for the day ahead. What would you like to do?
So are we picking up in the morning, like the next morning?
Picking up in the next morning. I'm assuming everyone just has gone off to their usual.
Long rest. Yeah, I'm chilling.
Long rest. Or
yeah.
waking up, concerned but stronger. As we all, I hope, have done our level 5s.
Yeah.
And I will say the first thing that kind of pops up as you, first of all, who do you think's first to awaken amongst the group?
Probably Grangrik. Grangrik likes to be up early.
Leo does as well. I mean, she's used to not necessarily having a. Yeah.
What's your
About her.
passive perception, Grangrik?
Passive perception is 14.
Okay. As you awaken, you look across at Marlon as you're kind of just generally getting ready, and you're almost a little taken aback and a little concerned, because you see he has jet black hair.
Oh god, I put myself on the roof by accident. Oh no!
Do you want me to fix it up? Where do you want to be?
No,
In
I
shock.
can do it.
Up on the roof.
What?
Myself on the roof. Did it?
I can put you down the bottom if that's where
Yeah,
you're trying
please.
to be.
I don't know how to fix it. I'm trying.
Right, I can. You're a unique character, so I can just click and bring you down here. You're down. You're on the bottom floor.
When did I?
Lock that? Oh, I think
What
I have to
did I-
lock it. Oh no.
How did I get?
Sorry. When I awake and look over at Marlon, what did he look like?
Looks from what you can see, he's kind of facing the other way, but you can still see his outline in the bed. But his hair is jet black, not his usual blonde.
Is he asleep?
He's still
Yes.
asleep.
Yes, he
Can I touch
says.
it?
You can touch it.
I just
Are
want to
you-
see if it feels oily or something like wet or like is there
Are you trying to do
recently
this
put in
without
or something?
waking him up?
Yes, I would like to do a attempt.
Roll
to do
me
it
a sleight of hand check, please,
Hell yeah!
as you caress his hair as he sleeps.
I'm not caressing. It's like I'm touching. I'm just like giving it a.
Well, we're about
Twisting
to
the
find out
nips.
what you're doing.
Oh, not bad. 18.
Okay, yeah, you kind of twisting. It feels like hair. It's
Is it damp?
I don't think
Like,
I don't
18.
think you've like rubbed his hair before, so you've got nothing to compare it to. But it's not wet and it's not damp.
The reason I ask is like, did it feel like something had been recently dyed or like something like that? Is what I was trying to.
If it was, it's been dried since.
Okay.
You don't know if he's been petting him in the night while he
It's
sleeps.
an assumption I'm making for the sake of. The
I have a
game.
pretty high passive perception. I think Marlon would work out that he was being petted at nighttime.
To be honest, I don't think Grangrik would. He would. I mean, he took notice of it, but I think he would still let Marlon bring it up if he needs to. So I would still head downstairs and sort of get breakfast.
Wonderful. Head on downstairs. And as per usual, Erwin is nowhere to be seen. They're kind of not there in the mornings, as has been the case. But there is the usual kind of some fresh produce on the counter as a little token, as something to eat.
I'll get up and head down myself as well. Are there
worries.
on the table? Is it just like fruit and meat, or is there like vegetables and stuff too as well?
There's some fruit and veg. Yep.
Sure.
Just kind of general things. There's as far as like the veg is concerned, it's more things that you wouldn't have to cook. So there's like tomatoes and a cucumber, that kind of
Yeah.
type of thing.
You'll grab a couple, like a tomato and a cucumber and an apple or something, and sit down with Grangrik.
Awesome. So you two sit down and start having brekkie.
Chatting it
Probably
up.
About that time, the others would probably start to wake up eventually, while you're sitting down there snacking on some food.
So
I think next up would be Sephir for sure, or Sephir and Rudolph.
I think
Yeah.
as I see Rudolph and Sophia, I suppose, start to head down, I sort of usher them over.
Mhm.
Ask them to come sit down.
Oh,
There is
God,
no
this
one else in at this time.
Whoa, this is weird.
He looks like Rudolph right now, though, right? He's not in a disguise.
Yes, he has his hat on.
Okay.
He is Rictavio.
Rictavio.
Good morning, all. I trust we slept well.
Very
Very
well,
well,
thank
thank
you.
Um,
I suppose we'll wait for Marlon to come down eventually, but while
How's
there's no
everyone
one in-
feeling this morning after what went down yesterday afternoon?
Uh,
Bit of a close call, really.
yes, I think so. Perhaps didn't quite turn out as well as I would have hoped, but
Certainly not the
overall, I
worst.
think we all made it back here, which is the main thing.
I was thinking last night, and in kind of a not full volume conversation. I wonder if there would be any benefit to maybe sneaking in and searching the Burgermeister's office. I don't know if there's any, I don't know, evidence, any documentation of what's really going on here.
I tend to agree with you. Honestly, it did seem like a bit of a wasted opportunity when we were already up and in there.
Mm.
So I wouldn't be against possibly investigating his residence more, because especially
Isik?
oh, I lost it. Damn, what's the dude's name with the monster arm?
Isik?
Oh,
Is it-
Essex. I wouldn't be against searching his room.
Yeah.
I feel like there might be something in there that might tell us a little bit more about what's happening in this town.
Yes, and didn't you say that he's meant to go to the toy store this morning? So maybe it's a good
yeah,
opportunity.
Well, in that
I-
case, we do have an in to. Well, I have an in to go back to see the Burgermeister, and if we kind of timed that right with Isek's departure as well, we've probably got more of a chance for you guys to get into the office without, too many other people around. The risk of someone coming in.
Has Marlon made his way down by now?
Yeah, Marlon's down with
He's
everyone. He's
figure
just
there.
sitting at the table eating. He's just morning. I'm just
So I suppose as Marlon comes down, I'd look to him and sort of noticeably look up at his hair, but not say anything, and then just say, "Well, now that we're all here, I suppose we should just clarify what the plan is for today. I believe we spoke about it last night, but it sounds like Rictavio, as I kind of raise an eyebrow, if we can use your special hat there and make me look like Marlon, we may have a way to get me in and trade me back to the Burgermeister, and then I can use my druid abilities to then escape without necessarily causing too much of a ruckus. And while trading myself or Marlon, we can maybe trade to for you to question Ismark. So,
I
what do we
like
all
that
think
idea.
about that?
It does leave me still wanted, though.
It leaves you still wanted and obviously on the run, but we both know how quick and out of sight you
Well,
can be.
And if we can free our friends, and then do we care if we're wanted here? Then we have other things to do.
I assume what you've done with yourself is to help alleviate some of the suspicion as well.
Yeah. Thank you. You noticed that you. Yeah.
How not to? Stark difference.
Yes.
Very true.
Just trying to not draw attention to myself.
I still like the idea
Do
of
I-
shaving your head, but whatever.
Do I believe him? Do I feel like there's more to it than that?
Are you trying to like gauge his response to it?
Yeah,
or
yeah. Him saying, yeah, what he just said
roll
about
an insight?
7.
Roll against that.
Seems like he's trying to.
Yeah, I
hide his
don't.
identity.
Okay, fair
In
enough.
fact, you're not sure.
Seems like a good disguise to me. Of course.
You're thinking that maybe he actually does this ritually, and just it's a common
This-
occurrence.
We're gonna get along.
I
Well,
mean, if we're all in agreement with that plan of action, I mean, assuming post my escape and we do get Ismark traded and are able to bring him back here, we can then form some sort of plan attack to what I assume his first request would be to help rescue his sister.
Yeah, agreed.
Do- do you think me and Marlon should I mean, I'm assuming you're going to help, but we should snoop around the house while you're attempting your escape, or
I
like is it
absolutely
the
think
timing?
that's
Is that what
we
we're
should be doing.
thinking?
I think that's a good call.
I mean,
Especially if that's
the
along the
Burgermeister is
same.
going to,
Yeah, speaking with
if he's
you.
if he's going to be interested in sort of speaking to me, I can put on my best Marlin act.
All right, let's hear it. We need
to.
a
Well,
I could bring
rehearsal.
you in gagged.
I think that's probably a better option. That's more believable.
Which would make sense because
I think that's a better option. I think it's
that
more
one guy
believable
gagged
as I
you.
try and copy Marlin's voice.
So the word is around that you're
I think that's a
annoying
good idea.
already.
Roll me performance.
That's what I wanted. 9.
You're getting gagged.
I think perhaps the gag is a good idea.
I think
fine.
with your disguise as well, Grangrik, obviously, making yourself look like Marlon with his old hair, the blonde hair, but also when you're conjuring up this disguise as well, if give yourself a couple of bruises, I think that would go well.
I just match what I've got here, and I'll like point out the different bits where he hit me in the back of the head.
The fucking golf ball on your forehead.
Yeah,
Still rocking a goose egg, yeah.
I agree that is a good idea.
Roll me perception checks table, please.
Perception.
Yeah.
Terrible. 7.
7 as well.
12.
26.
Okay.
Ooh.
Good to know.
Lord. Yes. When I bring you in, I plan to obviously share that we interrogated you and you will be gagged. And I was thinking maybe what's that other dude's name again? That we're going to trade.
Isaac?
Ismark. Sorry.
Oh, Ismark. Yeah.
Isaac and Ismark. I keep in my head.
Yeah, same.
Hate the offer.
Damn their parents.
I had the thought of saying that we didn't get too much out of you, but that you said that Ismark was more of the leader of the group and was given more direction in terms of what your goals were in your nefarious group, doing nefarious things around the area. I'll work on my speech before we get there.
Nefariousities.
I wonder.
Yes.
I'm wondering if we can maybe word it in a way that makes it sound like we're not
attempt to
not
play it off
nefarious.
as the good guys.
Yeah. Is there a way that we can come across where when we're actually who we say we are? So
as in that we are people that have been brought to this land, and
maybe the
trying
fact that
to
you
help
actually
fight against
believe what we've
Strahd.
said. I don't know if we have the great and powerful, your family name against our cause. Does that hold will that hold weight? Will that?
I guess that could also clear your
get it
name.
across the line. That's clears me. It might be able to clear Ismark. We can then work to try and get Arena without having to worry about breaking out. Because if we have your name against our cause, they may just let Grangrik Marlon go.
But how do you explain what you guys were doing there in the first place, kind of snooping around?
We were only snooping because our friends were in an area with someone who we then found out that wanted Irina. So
Yes,
Isaac is
the
obsessed with Irina.
Burgermeister. Yes, but he has the Burgermeister's trust.
I understand. But that's why I'm saying, like, we didn't come here for any other reason. We didn't come here to anything to do with the Burgermeister or Isaac. It was a passing stop on our way through.
also, as far as they know, I mean, they don't know that Marlon didn't watch them get led into the house in binds, or so like, I don't know. We've claimed to be friends of Irina and Ismark, right? So like, what would you do if your friends were caught and brought in? Like, they don't know anything of us,
I
me and
will say I've
Grangrik.
tried to reason with him and it didn't work, but
So I don't.
maybe
Yeah, it may
having
not matter.
maybe having the name, maybe having the name against it
And
might add
and
more
it's
weight.
and essentially, if you were to come back and be like, yeah, he has no, like you were saying, he has no evidence. I mean, he's not the ringleader. He doesn't know anything about this.
Yeah. The only risk
Maybe.
with that is that
They
he
don't-
then says and calls you a traitor and locks you up as well.
Sure.
That
I
is
mean,
the
in
risk.
which case, either way, we then just sort of might have to fight our way out. But I think overall, if Sephir brings me in, sort of disguised as Marlon, and the two of you try and sneak into his house and investigate further, at least we are all in the same area, that in case something does go south, we are all nearby.
That's true.
I'm, I was sent to aid with your party, so I'm happy to do what the majority would like. It is my opinion,
just an
though, that
idea.
I feel to play into his ego a little bit, that he's in control and has captors, bargaining chips, what have you, might be a little easier. It might not be as clean.
Especially if you're just gonna break out anyways, like.
Yeah, I was. It's more like ease of us moving in the future. Like if we want to move this mark,
Yes,
rather than
I
being
understand that.
fugitives of. I don't plan on.
Well, look, it's
living
not
here
to
any
say
longer
that we
than I
can't
have
do
to.
that eventually. You may
No, that's
find
true. That
something
is
in your
true. That is true.
investigation that gives
That is true.
us leverage, and
That is
then
true.
we clear your
That is
name.
true.
But right now, we don't really have anything.
That is true.
Dale,
Mm-hmm.
thinking back yesterday and probably being maybe the only person that spent the most time watching the Burgermeister, like through the keyhole, disguised as a spider, being in the dungeon for a long time and sort of being around him, can I recall if I think playing into his ego would be the better option rather than trying to persuade him?
Roll me a insight, please.
While he's doing that, the wolf hunters that I saw on the very first night that we were here, are they in the? Are they
They are
anywhere here?
not in.
Okay, cool.
17.
17. You think back and think about the interactions and the way that he spoke, and you're not sure if ego is the right play, but you feel like his biggest thing was always the concern about spies, and that him making sure that he's doing the right thing.
So an idea that
Whatever he
Grangrik
perceives
has
that.
is, should we play into the idea of this is for the protection of the town? Is that something that might be kind of a better option, in that if we align ourselves with Valaki and the Burgermeister, with the name of Sephir and the name that he carries, is this a possible option? Or would they be sort of one and the same?
Sorry, that what exactly is for the good of the town?
If myself, Marlon, and Leo here, and possibly even yourself, if we align ourselves with Valaki and offer our services to the town, would this be something that we could maybe use as a way to clear Marlon's name and allow ourselves a little bit more free roam within the city?
Earn our
And what's
redemption.
for my what's the Valaki again? I don't know if I've.
That's where
Valakai's
we are.
is
That's where we
the
are.
The
town
city,
of where we
the town you're in.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
So, for example,
Who
if
the fuck
if the Burgermeister possibly has some sort of thorn in his side, other than obviously Strahd, as every place in this land has,
That's a big thorn.
perhaps we could alleviate some of the pressure on the Burgermeister. We can offer our services. Maybe that is a card that we could play.
I like that.
If that's the case, is that us kind of putting Ismark and Arena on the back burner? Because I don't.
Well, as part of our,
They're part of our group.
negotiation, they're part of our group. We came into town with them because, as far as currently the Burgermeister cares, he is a spy and has no affiliation with Barovia in any sort of way. He doesn't believe what Ismark has said already, and probably what Arena has said already.
Yeah.
I think that if we can at least convince him that the six of us are an asset to Valaki, and we can trump any foe that he might currently be dealing with, we can possibly get ourselves out of this mess. I think that might be our best option currently, and at least if he knocks back that offer, we can always fall back on that. Well, in that case, let us make a trade, and we will give you Merlon, and we will take Ismark, and I would like to question him. Although, now that I say it out loud, I'm not sure those two actually would you'd be able to use one after the other.
No.
Wouldn't quite work.
Yeah, it's one or the other, isn't it?
It's
I
one
think-
or the other.
I think that's. I mean, to me, it sounds like that option has the better chance of success. But I
He's
do,
all about protecting his city.
and I do
town.
believe. I mean, from what it seems, didn't you guys say that, Ismark deals with the ruin of his village all the time, so maybe he knows a bit more about what, and maybe he can be helpful as far as information goes. They just haven't given him a chance. But I think
Certainly
if
he could provide guidance on
Yeah.
what has happened already in Barovia, absolutely.
But if we do choose, like you said, it would eliminate our chances of trading for him. But I don't think that's the end of the world. We can just break him out. We are capable.
True. It is true. That is true.
I mean, we have all
And
seen
then we're
the
back to
jail
being
and-
wanted.
And I don't really care if I'm wanted. I'll just not be here. We have
Yeah,
a
that is
greater
true.
plan anyways.
That is true.
Well, it sounds like that might be the best course of action, and I look over to Ruben. Any suggestions or comment on this plan so far?
Seems worth a shot. I mean, from everything I've seen of the Burgermeister, he seems much more concerned about the village than anything else. He's had his kind of wars with or kind of the back and forth with some of the people within the town, and that's been taken well, not very well. The Watchers, namely, are kind of opposed to the Burgermeister very directly, but I would steer clear of them.
The
Or,
Watchers.
the Watchers.
The
Is that just the
Watchers.
city guard?
Who are the
Right, is that
Watchers?
just-
No, that's Lady Fiona Watcher is a rather large noble in the area. I believe you actually had a run-in with her sons at the beginning of arriving here, Marlon.
Ah.
You, I don't think you'll find much allegiance from her after what happened.
The ex-sons.
Ex-son.
Is
Only
that the
one.
one that I? Is that the one that I bit.
Yeah, you beat with as a lion board. Didn't the other one just
He just.
go
Yeah, the other one
outside
ran
the
away.
gates?
I asked him to go guard the city gate. Remember?
That's
Yeah,
right.
outside the city gate.
Yes. Well, throughout some of my recon, and discussing the comings and goings of things in this town as you were out and about, I found out that he survived.
Okay.
And came to the guards speaking of being charmed in a fight with a lion, and
Sounds
it
a
was
sounds a bit crazy to me.
Sounds a bit out there.
fortunately, yes. I think fortunately for
Muttering
you, the guards believed he may have nibbled on one too many dream pastries. So,
Good.
however, I would not expect you to be on the Watcher's good side.
Speaking of lions, is everything okay and on your end?
Yes, it's fine. I've managed to smooth things over.
Okay.
I have moved my dear friend's location to better protect everyone.
Good.
Well, I think being that this is the course of action that we're going to take, do we still think that it is worthwhile having me take the form of Merlon, or is it better to just have Merlon
Well, I was
I'm
gonna.
happy to I'm happy to go.
himself?
Yeah,
I'm happy to go.
in full to be transparent, I think would be important if we're trying to convince them that we're on their side, right? My thought
During the
is
investigation, we dyed your hair as a
The
torture tactic
torture.
because you loved being blonde.
No, we'll just tell them that the blonde was not real and this is my real hair.
Sure. I don't know that that's a big deal, to be honest. The my thought was and I thought of this last night. Trying to rest was when I disguise myself. It's merely an illusion. If someone were to interact with me and to feel around, they would find out that it's an illusion. So, if for any reason that's a guard is dispatched to put their hands on you, Grangrik, then they would know that something
Yes,
is up.
This is true.
That is
So
true.
perhaps Marlon, you just go along with Sephir as a
Just grin and
bounding.
bear it.
Yes, and then we try and
Do
purvey ourselves as the protectors of this town if we can.
That's fine.
Yep.
and I apologize if
Now-
I'm missing a link here. We would be speaking with them as a group. There would be no covert options going on at the same time, right? We would meet with them
I
together.
don't like that idea. I don't like removing the anonymity from you and Grangrik. I would think that it's just the two. You guys don't have to do the covert op, but I don't think it's a good idea to, just in case it does go south.
We
Okay.
need something, a safeguard.
I am able to transform myself into a spider again, and Leo, I believe, can transform herself invisible. So we can definitely both still be there,
Be close.
and we can be close by. But I do tend to agree that I think all four of ourselves revealing ourselves at once might be playing too many cards in one hand.
Yeah, that's fair.
The only part I see of this plan that is possibly going to go wrong is I do not see Isaac giving up Irin.
We have to have this conversation when he's at the toy makers, when he's not there.
Absolutely.
So we stake out, wait for him to leave, and then go in. This whole conversation, I've been picking at my thumb, the nail on my thumb, my fingernail.
Well, that sounds like a plan. I mean, it is still relatively early. I mean, I'm guessing at this point, DM, it's probably about just after sunrise, something like that.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, got up early, so.
Perhaps we stake out and wait for Isek to leave, and maybe we can see if he takes any guards with him or if he goes by himself, and then we knock
Which-
on the Burgermeister's front door.
Would you want me to watch out and then I can let you know when it's time to move? Or do you want to be close to the Burgermeisters first?
I think we should all be close by, ready to go.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can transform when we need to, and Leo, you can go invisible so that when Sephir takes Marlon up to the front door, we can both quickly slip inside as well.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
That's in game, raising eyebrows as well.
Perception check. Didn't
Let's
see your
go, and,
eyebrows.
let's go and look for Isek
Perception's not very
leaving to
good.
go to the toymakers then.
Don't need the hat.
I miss Kira.
No, I don't.
Don't need
No.
the hat.
I don't think so.
So I
Okay.
guess you could come with us if you wanted to, and at least see how things going. Or do you have other plans that you have to attend to today?
I will attend to other matters. I don't want to risk the
Blowing the
operation
cover for
I-
sure.
Yes, yes.
Very well.
Best of luck to all of you.
Wait,
Well, I assume you can reach me if you need to.
I
Perhaps.
actually have different plans for that today. I don't. We know where you are. Will you be around the Blue Water Inn?
Not necessarily, but I can make myself close enough.
Sure. I mean, because I'll be doing something different today. I won't be able to speak with you as I finish tearing my thumbnail off, and
Oh,
I will hand that over to Marlon as if it's a normal thing to do, and be like,
tearing it off.
Gross.
here, keep this. I'll be able to speak with you, and yeah, just in case. It's fine. It's fine.
just gonna put it in my.
Does he have to eat it or?
No, please don't eat it. Please don't eat it. No. All right, I'm gonna start tearing off another fingernail. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I put it in a pocket.
Yes, think of me. Just
I
kidding.
Let me know if the fan's too loud, by the way, but it's getting a bit warm in here.
I can't hear it at all.
No,
Cool.
neither. As we all start to head out, I actually am gonna walk next to Sephir. And I put a hand sort of on his forearm. Is Sephir human?
Yes.
I'm assuming like 6 foot ish.
That was above table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's inside check,
Alright.
Joel?
Yeah.
Are you
What are your
human?
stats, Jamie? What's your plus on insiders, Jamie? What? -2.
How tall is Sephir?
I'm like average height, probably like
Average height,
5'9".
Yeah, cool. So you're only sort of a foot taller than me, or a foot and a bit. So I'll
Still
just
counts.
look up, and I think, I mean, if you wouldn't mind, as we decide to go into the Burgermeister's house, I might imbue you with some extra courage for your conversation that is forthcoming with the Burgermeister, and then what I might do is transform myself into a spider and tuck myself somewhere into your clothing, if that's okay.
Didn't even get consent.
Sephir has
Find out
arachnophobia.
Sephir- There.
Always ask for
I rolled
consent.
on it. It was either that or claustrophobia. Get me out of this fucking inn! It's fucking... No, I do believe we're going to need all the help we can get. So yes, certainly. Wait, imbue me with by being a spider, like giving me the company.
No.
or you actually,
I will cast a spell prior to transforming, and I can hold that that buff on you while I'm in that form. So it would just give you some extra pep in your speech when speaking to the Burgermeister.
That's not where pep goes. Pep goes in step.
No, I think you can have a pep in that speech, like a peppy speech.
Pep talk? Hey.
Yeah, pep talk.
Yeah.
See? Yeah, you can have pep in
You're
the
not
speech,
wrong.
Pep talk.
Wow.
Nice.
You
Is
have
this in game?
No.
Yes.
you have a bar above your head now that says
Yeah.
100%.
I'm just watching a
Status,
spider crawl across
Beth.
me, going, "Pep in your talk, pep, pep
He's
words."
just doing a cheer.
Oh, those little spider dances.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's 100% what he's doing.
it's
So
ridiculous.
cool.
Not watching a conga line with just one.
Okay. So you head out from the Blue Water Inn.
I'm not done with his
DM.
RP, GM.
How
Sorry.
dare you? Yes.
Moving
we do
I'm
go.
waiting until
We do leave.
I'm done.
we're all in agreement. We're moving. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, we go. Yeah, we go. Yeah, we go.
All right. You head out from the Blue Water Inn. Are you attempting to move stealthily, or are you just moving? What's the go?
I think we need to
Who's going
split
where?
up
Marlon's always stealthy.
if we're not going to stealth. Yeah.
I think I have
I'm-
no
ugh.
reason to stealth. I mean,
I'm the Tonka.
I'm not
Neither
a
do I.
person in any sort of way, so I just am walking
Hate it.
probably somewhere close to the Burgermeister's like front entrance, but enough away that we can
you
sort
and
of
I-
see people leaving and
If you're okay, Grangrik, you and I can go separately from these two. Let them go on their own. That way we're not seen together. And we will be.
Isn't he a spider under my
Just,
racer?
Oh, not yet.
well, that's
I
actually
don't
a good
think.
point.
Oh, are you?
If well, I will do that probably just before we enter, but I think if Leo and I can message Marlon if and when we see Isaac leaving the mansion, that will be then your cue to head into or head towards the mansion.
I'm not very stealthy. You guys should
Yeah,
definitely
so
do that.
I think Leo and I will wait closer to the mansion, wait for Isaac to leave, and then when we see him leave and he doesn't know who we are, I'll message you to come over. You can come over then, and I will transform and we can head inside.
I can do the same. If you weren't wanting to risk it as well, Grangrik, I can send Marlon a message now that he has my fingernail. So, but two sets of eyes are better than one, right? We can be sure. So
Yeah.
I'll be bringing Marlon in without shackles then? He left with them
Maybe
on.
just some rope bindings. that way, it gives the Burgermeister something to at least see in that he's not a threat. Loose rope bindings.
trick knot.
Yeah.
Does anybody know how to tie those?
I have
I
shit
mean,
sleight of hand, so if I just do a
yes.
bad job.
Yeah, I mean Marlon would. I'm assuming would know.
Marlon just
all
goes
right.
out, ties it himself.
Let's see you tie them on yourself behind
Right.
your back.
Sleight of hand 4.
Marlon can tie one of those knots easy enough and
Sure.
makes a knot that
Natural 20.
looks convincing enough, but he can pull apart and he will have access completely in an instant.
Nice.
Somewhat. Was that a
Oh, get
natural
out.
20?
Nice. Rolls in
Did
at
you
20 on
actually?
it.
For 28.
It is very convincing. Very, very convincing. Okay.
I like it. Let's do it. Once we get there, Grangrik and I will set up on kind of maybe 2 different vantage points so we can make sure that we see anyone coming or going.
Easy. So you head out and set out to find these vantage points, and they're easy enough to find. I'd like both of you to roll me perception checks.
Is there a reason we're not all looking, or is it because he knows what we
If
look
you
like?
two stay, we want you two to stay out of sight.
Yep.
So
I'll-
I don't know about what Leo's doing, but I am probably actually more just posting up somewhere within like plain vision, and actually more just like sitting on like a corner or like up against a shop or something like that, that I can just see the entrance of the Burgermeister's house. Like that's what I really wanted to do.
Mhm.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast guidance on myself to make sure that I'm sort of paying attention on my perception skill.
I'm
Go for
doing
it.
something randomly like similar. Like I will be sitting on a barrel
toenail.
and a yeah, picking up brushing my hair. I'm over sitting on a barrel, just brushing my hair, just casually hanging out. Just not
Yeah.
right next to Grangrik. And enough at a different angle that it might help to see a little more. So I mean I
Yep.
can't know that for sure, but
22 on my perception check.
Damn.
Nice.
actually, Lies, I want to be what I would
Very
like
best.
close to the what I would think is the closest route to the toy shop, and have him being like passing me on the way. So and then yeah, I'll roll perception check.
Sure.
Yeah, great. This is fantastic. 8.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Solid.
You get a little too into brushing your hair.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
It's starting to
Yeah.
come out, and I'm like, oh no, no.
When girls start looking
Um,
through their split ends and like picking them up.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Splitting them off.
but you, Grangrik, after it's probably about a couple hours into the morning, more people are starting to move around. You do notice that Izek does come out and does head off and does leave in the direction of the toy, and he seems to be in a rush. Like he comes out and there's this kind of angry look on his face, or this frustration on his face, and he is walking with some purpose.
Is anyone with him?
No, he's on his own.
So as soon as I mean, because message is only a cantrip and has a range of 120 feet. So I would, as soon as I see him leave, I'd send a message to Leo first of
Mhm.
all, and just say, Iseka's just left the mansion. Maybe keep an eye out for him.
I would say you probably have to run a little closer. It's only 40 meters,
Okay.
120 feet. So you probably have to get a bit closer before you can do it. But that's not too hard. You see him and you can kind of scuttle away without being too.
tail him for just a little bit.
Yeah. And then do the good old whisper and let them know that he has left the building.
And then, yeah, after that, I'd probably start to move towards the front door, ready to meet up with Sephir and Merlon.
Wait, did I miss you sent them a message as well, or sent Marlon a message?
I was going to send it
Okay.
after I sort of sent it to you, because
Okay.
it's just a cantrip.
Sure.
I would wait until I'm within range.
Sure.
Oh, so you received that message that he is on the move. Whoever you sent it to, Marlon or Sephir, probably Marlon, I'm guessing.
Marlon, yeah.
What would you two like to do?
All right, Sephir, it's time to get going. Isaac's left the nest.
All right, no time like the present. And I walk at half speed, not to lose Marlon.
Quick steps. Actually, Marlon's
Well,
really
I've got-
fast, so
I've got too much pep in my step. I don't want to. Oh, I don't have any yet.
Man. Pretty quick.
Hmm?
Can get moving.
What's your walking speed?
30 feet.
Yeah, I'm losing you. Over time.
It's okay. It's all right. I run
So you come. Oopsies.
like a
Okay,
child has
okay.
to run up with their dad. Lisa,
Call me Papa.
wait for me.
just roughly, how long do we think it would take to walk from the Burgermeister's house to the toy shop?
We've
few
done that
minutes.
walk.
It's minutes. Okay, so he's not gone for
Yeah.
long.
No, like it's not far. It's not particularly far.
No, no. So it's maybe a couple minutes there, a couple minutes back, and then depending how long his interaction with Gadolf is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so I think probably as soon as I left him, I actually don't think I would have. I would have probably actually just started making my way towards the front door. Now that I think about that. But yeah, why you organize that? I suppose once I meet up with Marlon and Sephir, I'd like. I hopefully would have liked to just meet them roughly out of sight, so that I can walk up to Sephir and place my hand on his sort of arm and say, "I have faith that you
Sort of.
that you will
Sawed off.
do the job that we need you to do." As I cast Enhance Ability, in giving yourself on advantage on all charisma-based checks.
Heyo.
Very nice.
Jesus.
I
And
like
then
it.
after I do so, while
talk
leaving
the
my
pants
hand
off
on
a
your
German.
arm, I slowly turn into a spider, and my hand shrinks and moves into the spider. And then
Ooh.
what's left is just a
Dope.
small sort of garden spider, and I
Dope.
shove it
Great
into your
description.
clothes.
Epic
cool.
description. Yeah, I like
Even
that a
though
lot.
I'm not afraid of spiders, I still resist the urge to like.
Swat you
kind of-
away. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like kind of a little put off by it, but also like impressed.
Yeah, so I am now in your clothes somewhere.
It's even more concerning.
I'm
Yeah.
in your, inside you.
I'm inside me.
Yes. Epic. That's a great
Can I?
reference
What would
point.
I? What would I have to roll to figure out where he is? on my body? to
Deception?
perceive,
Investigation.
Nature.
like
Animal handling.
more sensory
Animal
than
handling.
He's in the crevice.
more sensory than actually looking.
Mm.
Would that be perception? You think?
Yeah, I reckon.
I'm just
You
gonna
can
roll.
perceive
Roll a two.
something through touch.
Survival.
Yeah.
Oh,
A survival check would be. That'd be
I got
me.
a nut one.
Yeah,
You have
He's-
no
I
idea.
lost him.
where I am.
He has no idea. He's
I'm
terrified.
inside you, as far as you're aware.
I'm walking like this because I'm afraid I'm gonna squish you accidentally.
Imagine that you actually do, and he just apparates inside your armor suit
Well, I only
with
have
you.
one hip. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I've got a bunch of 10.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Got a bunch of temps.
Didn't you
so
have-
you're
yeah.
good. Okay, so you
Off the rails today.
Yeah, we are.
mhm.
I'm not gonna sing this song even though I really want to.
Going after
Do 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 do
um,
do 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 do.
So you head towards the Burgermeister's house. The three of you, two of you very directly, and one of you kind of indirectly. Let's go. Grangrik.
Like a spy who has to talk
I'm-
into his watch, but I'm like whispering to the angry. Ooh.
I like that I'm on top of a tree.
Didn't even mean to do that, but it was quite good.
I like it.
Whoa, Jesus!
Hey,
I
there's
think
two
I
of us
feel
up there.
that.
All right. So, the three of you head in, and you are greeted by a guard at the front.
Ah,
He says, "Halt!
Oh. Well,
State your name and your business."
my name is Sephir. I was here
Ah.
speaking with the Bergermeister yesterday. I have the captor that I left with, and he did invite me back today to discuss things
Yes,
with
that
him.
he did. He said someone might be coming through by that name, and with the general description. Please head in. There should be a guard just through the door who should guide you through.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
And just as he says, the let me just there is indeed a guard just inside, and he will escort the.
I love that the spider's on my thing. It's so cool.
In your anus.
Oh, this is awesome. Oh, where are we?
Just drag the green slider.
Oh,
upwards.
yeah. Oh my goodness. It'd be
I
cool
don't know
if
if you
it
know
just,
as well, but
followed
if you use the middle mouse button to actually click and
You can
move
like
it,
move the camera around a bunch.
Oh,
Oh.
that is, yeah, I like that.
so that
I
should
like
help.
that
So
a lot.
you head through. You do notice one thing. You do notice is there's more guards around the place
I
in
like it
general.
a lot. Oh,
I've been placed between boards. What?
I.
I d- yeah, no,
Gotta pull
it, you
Leo
just
across.
yeah, that's okay.
There we go.
Leo's
between
here now.
Full gather across now.
Yeah, thank you.
But you should be able to see what's going on inside the building because
Right.
it was not technically.
Yeah.
So you are led in. There is a quick knock on the door, for you are let in. The door is closed behind you, and this guard is going to stand back at the door, leaving you to approach. With Marlon tucked slightly in. As the door opens, the Burgermeister says, I was hopeful it wouldn't be too long until you came, so I'm glad that you have returned. I would like to speak to you about the some of what we might have learned over the past night.
When you say we, with my investigation, or have you learnt something new as well?
There's been some developments, I guess. Trying to understand everything that's going on at the moment. Please.
Yes, of course.
Pleased to see you've brought the prison back. But yes, what have you managed to? Have you managed to uncover anything, or?
Yes. Not what I was expecting though. So I brought back. Oh God, do I tell you? Should I say his name? We're being transparent. Marlon is this gentleman's name. I brought him back to the space that we occupy for a kind of interrogation. And there seems to be a kind of a misunderstanding. There's the party that he was with. They are not under any kind of influence of Strahd in any kind of way. They came on their own business, but they mean no ill harm, and in a kind of, I suppose, retribution to pay back of the kind of miscommunication and the, I suppose, somewhat trouble we kind of caused the other day. We've actually returned with an offer to assist the city in some kind of way. As I said, they mean no ill harm, and I was sent in aid to figure out what was going on, because we too had our suspicions that there might have been some nefarious business going on. But if there's anything that we can do to kind of repay, the kind of trouble we may have put you through the other day, we are here to help.
And how do I know? How have you discovered this? How do you know this is the truth?
Well,
Strahd works in many dangerous ways.
he certainly does. I, as a paladin, I have my ways of sensing the influences of good and evil, and my interrogation tactics are less physical based and more along the lines of a kind of more of a psychic interrogation, I suppose, in sensing one's intentions and possible influences, and from what I explored with Marlon here, he's convinced me that he means no ill harm, and it was actually his idea to offer the city help in a kind of, as I said, just in a way of good faith, I suppose. Yeah.
Roll a persuasion check.
With advantage. Persuasion.
Yes.
Ooh. Nat 19. 27.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yes. Let's go.
Yes. Okay.
let's go.
Well, okay. Your abilities are would be very helpful if you would consider lending them out. For me here, there are many people that are in league with the dark ruler. But if it is as you say, and he wishes to aid, then I will allow him and his party a pardon on a condition of assistance. And until that condition is met, I would entrust him into your care.
Yeah, I completely understand and agree, and I'm more than happy for that to happen. I'm curious. You said that on your part there were some things that came to light as well, and I'm just hoping that they don't, well, contradict what I've learned now.
Nothing in stark contradiction, no. I don't believe Ismark is any great conspiracist. I think we merely caught him unaware. But if what you say is true, and they are willing to deal a blow to Strahd and the evil of this land, then perhaps they can be left to go. But you must prove that first.
Of course. Did you have something in mind specifically at this time, or do we await your request?
I have. Yes, there are a couple things that come to mind, actually. We have been experiencing some troubles with some werewolves of late. You may have noted the wolf and werewolf heads as you entered our town a couple of days ago. Kind of gestures over to Marlon at that.
I bite my lip, bite my tongue. Yeah, that's not what
If
I was
you
going
could
for.
secure us and
That-
prove that you have slain some of the werewolves or taken out the werewolf den, that would be one thing.
I'll send.
Or
I'll send.
Anything else? Was it,
I'll send a telepathic message
Message.
to Marlon and I'll be like, heads up, Isaac is returning.
Oh fuck.
I'm
Feel a bite.
I'm gonna try to follow him in, but I'm not going to risk any danger. I will keep watch out for you guys, and that's it.
so that goes only to Marlon. So only Marlon
Correct.
gets that.
Yeah.
Well, so that's one. The other couple of concerns. One of them is to do with the dream pastries that have begun to litter my streets. I have reason to believe they come from a rather nefarious source. And I would like that dealt with. There is an old woman that comes in and delivers them. And I believe I had a guard attempt to follow her. And what coherent words I could get out of him said he got to the windmill in between his mad rambling.
Oh god. Fuck. Hag. Fuck.
Love a good hag.
What else? Is there a dragon around?
You would.
A green dragon?
Kind of looks at his hand. It's like, no dragons?
Oh no, there was no. Was that those were the two main concerns at the moment?
At the moment, I believe the tavern keep here has been speaking of some wine troubles, but if you want to prove your innocence, you must do something greater than restore the flow of wine.
We could do that to celebrate once we're successful.
Slander.
If you're successful, yes.
When? Yes, well, I'm eager to speak to the other members of the party to kind of acquire their expertise to see what they would feel comfortable with pursuing. I'd like to think we don't need to come back to tell you what we're doing, but just come back when we've finished what you've asked of us, essentially.
Yes, once you've finished one of the two, that will be plenty enough for me.
Sure.
In the meantime, I shall hold on to Ismark and Irina until you have completed your task and proven your innocence.
We can't get one of them to help? Must you keep both?
Roll me a persuasion.
Oh,
Ah,
before fucking Isaac comes in. One of them's a 2. The other one is not a 2. 3 and 5. 25.
5 is very high.
Thank fucking God for advantage.
Pretty high.
well, I suppose something may be arranged. I assume since you're going to fight some creatures that you would need a capable sword, so I shall give you Ismark. And you can have him. Good enough reason to come back and save a lady. She will be cared for well here. In the meantime, a ward.
Oh, I
of
want
my ward.
insight for sure. I need.
Yeah,
fucking,
your voice is really smug, but I want to like, does the does the voice match how he's actually talking, and is it as creepy as it sounds?
Cool, roll.
Hmm.
Roll me
Rolling
insight,
for
both.
insight. Yeah.
Yep. All three of you, if you like, because you're still there, Grangrik.
You keep
I
your mental
can't-
faculties as a
I do,
shapeshift.
but I can't see. I can only hear.
Mm.
Sure, I'll roll.
Roll it with disadvantage because you can't
I
see.
did. I did. I did for myself. I rolled a 16 and a 3, so a total
Cool.
of 7.
No idea.
Great.
The others.
11.
Marlon, what'd you roll? 11.
11. Yeah.
15.
A 15. It's his tone is not as like eerie as it is suspicious. He doesn't he's you get the sense that he doesn't fully believe you, so he's gonna like he's like, well, I'll hold on to her because you'll have no choice but to come back. That's kind of the tension that you get out of it. It's not this like
Ismark's not leaving without his sister, so it doesn't really matter if I give him to you.
yeah, that's kind of the tone that
But-
you're getting out of it. It's not this like it's this manipulation that he feels that he's getting, as opposed to this like kind of creepy if there's like anything like creepy or
Right. Yeah. Okay.
like
These are-
evil about the
Well,
action. He's
he just-
more like I've got you here. Like,
We described
I-
keeping her as
I
a
know what
ward
you
and not
want.
as a prisoner too, which is
Mm.
kind of reassuring in a way.
Oh, how cool would it have been if we did
Okay,
get
well, fuck.
Irina and we were walking down the stairs with Irina as Isek was like coming in?
I don't know if that would have been
Speaking
that
of
cool.
Izek,
Yeah. So as he's, I'm stalking him back in. I'm not like
as he
following him, following
approaches-
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I gauge his demeanor? Like, does he seem happy, sad,
He
relieved?
is walking back holding a bag.
Mm-hmm.
And he is like there is this determined walk and this look of aggression on his face.
I was still expecting a happy skip.
He's not real. Is he? Does he seem to be distracted? Like he's not paying attention to me at all? Like I'm not too
Not
close,
really,
but
like he is
okay.
he is like he is
Can I?
like, moving with he's a vector. He's got both direction and magnitude. Like
Sure.
he's going.
Okay.
Uh,
How dare
After-
you try and weave science into this?
it was a Despicable Me reference, but
After he says that,
direction
Um,
and magnitude. Booyah! Sorry.
might try one last thing. You have terrific logic to think that we would need, more brute force on this for this task, but we, I was kind of thinking about the windmill, and I was talking to Marlon just the other night, and we've heard things as well about that place, and we have reason to believe that there are very dark and powerful magic forces at play in that area, and I myself, I kind of like nod my head up towards like my helmet on my back. I have no problem with brute force, but I feel as though we need an aid in the party, more of a magical sense. And actually, Irina is quite the sorceress. You might not know this, but I feel like she would.
Oh, she has
would.
tried. Don't worry, I am aware.
Yes, but I don't think you fully understand her abilities. I just feel as though she'd be a great help, and yeah, I was going to more say I don't really like werewolves, so I was thinking we might do the windmill one, and she'd be much more help than Ismark. You couldn't keep him.
So let me get this right. You don't want to take the experienced combat man, who he has said he is, and the way he handled himself says so, and instead you want to take the young girl to a place of danger and a den, and that is for your safety, dear Paladin?
It's for the success of the party and such a request that you've made, and as I said, we're more than happy to do
Roll
it.
me a persuasion, and this is a straight roll.
Oh,
You have disadvantage taking off your advantage.
what's
That's
disadvantage?
fair. No, that's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
What is it? Persuasion?
Just persuasion, straight persuasion. You're not lying.
What?
Sort of are,
Where does-
but
Oh, man. 16.
Not terrible.
I've said you can take Ismark, and that is my final call. You can have him, or he can stay here. I don't mind either way.
I think because I can hear what's happening, I can't see. There is a very small like push into Sephir's skin from the spider leg.
You instantly know where the spider's at.
Yeah, you know it. I'm right in your butt crack. Right at the top of your butt crack.
You tunnel webbed inside there or what?
You watch Sephir kind of reach back and scratch a little.
No, I was gonna say because the halberd goes like across my back, I just kind of like knock the back a bit so it like enters my butt crack for a second. Just to cut.
You get wedged further in. Anyway, we'll continue.
Oh god,
Full cued into
he hasn't
the
washed
background.
down here in weeks.
The plate arm is welded together.
Anyway, we continue.
Yes, of
Take-
course. My apologies. Look, I'm. We need any help we can get, and if you're happy to give us his mark, then I appreciate the offer. We'll use him.
Wonderful. Well, the last thing I'll say is you are not free to roam and move about freely here with what are essentially your prisoners. They are not welcome to mingle amongst and speak to the townsfolk until they have cleared their name. So I suggest you get about this quickly. Heck,
Understood.
if you succeed, and do it in time for the festival, perhaps we will be celebrating you as opposed to just what I was planning. Or perhaps not.
I've never been one for the spotlight, but maybe the others. Anyway, time is of the essence. You're a busy man, and we've got a quest to start.
Leo, would you attempt to follow Izek into the building? Guard very hastily just kind of takes a step back as Izek kind of pushes through.
I would, at minimum, I would follow him all the way up and speak to the guard and try to watch where Isaac goes inside the building. And if the guard lets me in, then maybe, but I would at least follow him up to the front doors.
As you approach and follow, you see him walk through the doors, and just before the doors close, you see him branch right towards the staircase.
Okay.
The guard does halt you. Name and business.
My name's Sarah, and I am sent to assist. I was given an opportunity to work, and I was meant to speak with the head maid.
Wasn't told anything about that.
Oh,
Head maid, you say?
I kind of forgot.
Roll
I
me a
forgot what
deception check.
day it was going to be, but I might have gotten them mixed up. Deception 16.
Head maid will be working at the moment. I'll have one of the guards go and ask her, and if she can, she'll come out and see you. Okay, how's that?
Sounds good. I'll wait.
Wonderful. He walks back and opens the door slightly, and you can hear him call out to one of the
Mhm.
guards who walks off. Meanwhile, those of you in there, I will jump back in. Bergermeister, okay, well, if you would like to, can either wait here or, I assume head off back to the Blue Water where you've been staying, and I will have Ismark taken there shortly, and you can.
Does he know we've been staying there?
He does, yeah.
He does.
He doesn't. He knows that the group has been staying there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not a
I
crazy
assume that's where
guest.
the others are.
It's like the inn. In any
It's
case,
the only inn
so-
in town.
I was just being inconspicuous with having a space to interrogate.
Hmm.
Within
He
the-
knows that's not. He doesn't know that's where you were, but he knows that's where. So he's assuming that that's
Oh,
where
okay.
the others were.
Yeah.
And that's
Okay,
where
no
you'd
worries.
probably go.
I mean, no use us all going. We can wait here for you to grab Ismark, and then we can all leave together.
Wonderful. If you would be so kind and go and grab our prisoner from down below. These men are of need of him. And the guard, right, my lord, and he opens up the door and heads out.
The guard that led us here, was he
Mhm.
familiar?
He looks like one of the guards that was in the group from yesterday, but he is not that guard, and
He's not the guard that assaulted me either.
not the one that assaulted you either.
Okay, cool.
You've not seen him yet.
No, okay, good.
So he heads out. While he is walking off, after about a minute, you hear a loud slamming of a door. But
What
that's about it.
direction?
Kind of.
Does it sound like it's
hard
the-
hard to pick up direction, but it's kind of like from outside, I guess, from outside of the room
Okay.
you're in. But it sounds like, as much as most sounds have been deadened, you assume this was pretty close.
Okay. But it doesn't sound like it's above or below. It sounds like it's somewhere on this level.
Yep.
Okay.
And after about 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes, the guard returns, and behind him is another guard who is holding a bag of what you would assume is belongings, and in front of you is a badly beaten and exhausted looking
Ugh.
Ismark. He has 2 black eyes. He's got a cut lip. He looks like he's barely slept, and he looks up at you. And there is just this look of kind of pain about him.
See, you have
Use
your
this
ways
for-
of interrogation as well.
Yes, well, they did yield some results in the end. But here, you are free to go and help the town. Don't take too long. And
Very well.
the guard just drops the bag on the ground. And Ismark looks at you and he's like, what's going on?
Come with
Are
us.
we-
Willie.
Okay. And I assume you will head out?
Yeah, grab the bag. Is my stuff in the? Are we gonna check the bag? Is my stuff in the bag?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
All of your belongings have been returned.
Yes, I must.
And all of Ismark's belongings appear to be in there as well. You collectively, the guard kind of makes space, and the 4 of you head out the building. Do this. Can I drag it out through that wall? No, I can't.
Would the
Is there a guard in the like the foyer area?
Yes,
before the stairs? There is.
there is.
Okay.
would the maid have come out in that time where we were fetching Smart?
Probably, yeah. Maid would have come out. Would have you have stayed there?
Oh yeah. I want to speak to her.
Yeah, so she comes out. Hello, yes.
Yes.
I was summoned out here.
Yes, mother. I was asking. I know that I'm kind of here on a bit of false pretenses. I may have exaggerated and told the guard that you had asked me to come seek employment, but I'd heard through the grapevine that the Lady of Barovia is here. Can you do me a favor? She's a friend of my family's, and I would like to make sure that she is well. Can you make sure that she is taken care of and has food and water?
Well, I don't know anything about the Lady of Barovia being here, but if she does arrive, I will pass on your pass that on, and we will treat her as very kindly as a lady of Barovia. What was your name?
Sarah.
Wonderful. I'll pass that on. Should I see her? But maybe she's coming for the festival tomorrow.
Possibly. They didn't say what time.
I must get back to my.
Yes.
Get back to my business.
Yes.
And she heads back in. The guard kind of looks at you a little skeptically. Kind of steps a little more partially in front of the door. And about that point, the door opens, and you see coming through it is Sephir. The rest of the group comes out of the door. Where are you all headed? What would you like to do?
I think we go back to the Blue Water to begin with, and then we can work out where we go next. Yeah.
Cool. So heading back to the. Does anyone want to take a quick break, or just want to keep on going? It's going to be a shorter session. I want to finish up at about 10:30 tonight, so in about an hour and 15.
I'm good to keep going.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
We'll
let's
just
keep
smash
I
through it.
go
Then.
to the toilet, but I'll leave my headphones on.
Okay. Easy.
Take us with you.
So you head back to the Blue Water, and you realize that Ismark is very, very badly beaten and very sore. He looks like he's in terrible condition.
I'll offer him my shoulder to help him in if he needs some help.
He takes it and he's like, as you're walking, he's like, what of Irina? Do you know what's become of her?
I'm sorry, but I don't. Did they tell you guys if she was okay or being taken care of? I tried to ask the maid about her, but she didn't seem to know that she was even there.
They just called us spies, and then we barely had any time to react. I don't understand that beast of a man just saw her and almost went mad.
Have you seen her
Started
since
screaming?
Since you were separated?
No, I was taken to the dungeon, and I hadn't left until they went and grabbed me and brought me to you. I honestly wondered if I was being taken to die.
Well,
as we're walking to the Blue Water Inn, I'm slowly sort of making my way out of Sephir's clothing, so I can drop my wild shape.
Unwedging yourself from my butt crack.
Yeah.
As we're walking as well, I put my hand on Ismark's back and cast Cure Wounds.
There you go.
And that is for 12, 14, 19 hit points.
Nice.
You hit him and you see a bunch of his wounds kind of close. And he kind of walks a little better. He's like, "Thank you. I do appreciate that a lot."
Yeah, so it looks like you've had a rough night.
Yeah, it was. It sucked. That
My name
sucked.
is Sephir, by the way. I'm a friend of the
Oh.
party's.
I'm
I
Lee.
assumed as much. Nice
Uh,
to meet you, Sephir. I'm Ismark, the Bergermeister of Barovia,
And I'm Leo.
if you would believe it.
I've heard a lot about you.
Nice to meet you too. Nice to
And
see
then
some other
af-
friendly
after
faces.
So literally, he's been
moment-
broken out by people he doesn't know at all.
Well, he knows
no,
Marlon.
Yeah, Marlon. That's right.
Yeah, the
thing,
guy that we had
after a
in
moment-
Bound.
Dark-haired Marlon.
The only guy he knows is it.
And I assume Marlon's just broken
Yeah,
and just started walking now that he knows he doesn't
Soon
have
as
to keep
we-
it up.
As soon as we left, I'd unbound
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah, and then I would have dropped my wild shape after sort of.
Yeah.
I saw a decent opportunity to do so. And
So how we must free Irina. That Izek fellow did not seem. He seemed bad.
He's not a
There's
nice man.
something wrong about his eyes.
I agree.
what? It's Mark.
It's okay. You've been in spider form. Just take a minute, mate.
Or was that you transforming?
That was me transforming.
Yes.
Uh,
What the fuck?
I'm sorry to surprise you. We needed to make sure that there was another person there in case things went sideways. But I'm not sure if they have told you yet. But because you were only brought in just as they were leaving, but we have brokered a deal with the Burgermeister to try and prove ourselves as allies of Valaki, and in so doing, hopefully, we can free Irina. But before that can happen, we need to complete some of these tasks. Perhaps we should best get back to the Blue Water Inn, and we can give you some more detail.
Travel on
Also,
back to the
did
Blue
he-
Water.
Did he insinuate that he was going to execute us tomorrow? Is that what I heard?
He didn't know. He just. It sounded like he said that he
They were
just.
celebrating something else. We don't know what that was.
I just realized your 10:30 is my 11.
Correct.
In that case, I wouldn't mind a little break just to get some food.
Yeah, no worries. So we'll have a quick
Um,
little.
Sure.
Flash forward to the Blue Water Inn. Break.
Yeah, we'll jump forward to the Blue Water and we'll be there when we get started. We'll have a quick 5-10 minutes, grab some stuff, and then we'll get
yeah,
going for the
definitely
next like
want
hour
that.
and a little bit. So and get through as
Awesome.
much
Yeah,
as we
thank you.
can. Just don't want to be too late because I am tired.
He
Fair
didn't
enough.
give us a location for the werewolf city.
No, he did not.
No, very helpful.
All right, I'm gonna get myself some food as well since we're doing that. It is hot in here as well, so I'm gonna turn my fan towards me. All right, I'll be back shortly.
After
He's the die.
after watching the
Is that?
The Burgermeister. Well, both of them.
I'm not sure about the Burgermeister. I think we spoke about it last week. It's the better of two evils at the moment.
yeah, because like if we remove
If we remove
them in the
what
wrong
I-
order, it gets worse.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
and I just don't see like someone else takes over Valaki. Like we don't know.
Unless it's
What
Ismark for whatever reason.
Well, yeah, but I assume the whole idea was that Ismark was bringing Arena here to protect
Keep her safe.
Arena from Strahd because this town, for some reason, is protected from Strahd himself. and we don't know what that reason is, but I'm assuming it
true.
has something to do with the Burgermeister. So if we remove the Burgermeister and someone else replaces him, does that mean that
I
Strahd can now
I have a
infiltrate?
theory if you'd like to hear it.
Always.
So I was rewatching the episode last night, and there were 13 coffins being prepared for the next couple days. When's the festival? Someone's getting sacrificed to Strahd, and there's a number, and I think that's what happens on the festivals. They're giving people up in order to protect the town. That's what I think is
Damn.
happening. And
Maybe.
I think that at least Ismark was one of them. I don't think Arena is, because I think Isek has got his claws in her. And who knows who else? The rest of the prisoners in the prison.
There was other prisoners in there.
Yeah,
so
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I think is happening. And that's,
I mean,
in
at
a
some
way,
point
he is allied with Strahd, and he is brokered a deal where he's giving things to him, giving people life essence essentially to him. And then this is all me metagaming, right? Like, I haven't read anything on it. It's just me, Justin, thinking about like what would possibly be happening with this, because I found it really weird in the moment that you were in there, and that he was preparing 13 coffins. And even Joel asked, "Do I know of that many people being?" And I was like, "Well, what? Then they're preparing for something to happen, like in ahead of time. They know something for sure is going to
And
happen."
he didn't want any more work because he's obviously smashed because he's doing work for.
I mean,
probably the
I
Burgermeister. That makes
definitely
sense,
want
I
to
like
go
that.
back to the coffin makers for that reason, and I wanted to.
Well, and the smell of death was there is really bizarre, because we
Yeah, well,
know
that's
that.
that's what I said in game. I'm pretty sure I said
Mhm.
it was like it's weird that it smells of death for something that's a
Yeah, yeah.
theoretical coffin maker and not like,
Mhm.
a mortuary or
An
something.
Undertaker.
Yeah, and you know for sure that Badger's body wasn't taken to him,
No, exactly. Yeah.
so that wasn't part of the process.
Yeah,
So something
I
else
think
is
that's a good
going on.
theory, for sure. Something's
Theory.
definitely going on, but I still think we if you get rid of the Burgermeister, I'm just not sure. Like, sort of, unless the town is able to, until we take care of Strahd, it seems like even if we just got rid of the Burgermeister, then it would be
Yeah.
too little, too late almost. So, I think
It's better that the
gotta sort of be
majority
done
is safe,
sequentially.
for sure.
Like, you either kill the Burgermeister and then instantly go after Strahd, so he can't really focus on anything else.
Yeah, because if we remove the protection of the town, then they're just going to get decimated. It's going to be like Barovia all over again, the village.
Yeah.
So
That being said, I was thinking about Barovia, and we sort of moved through there quite quickly. I think we should actually maybe take a trip back there.
I'm down. Especially
with
since
with like Ismark.
Liora hasn't been there. Especially since Liora hasn't been there.
Yeah. But I think I want to go after these werewolves first, rather than the hags.
I was going to ask if we could get a monetary gain for both, but I figured he wasn't gonna-
I genuinely think we were pushing our luck with getting Ismark back. Thank God, Joel. I reckon 25 was the DC that Dale had to get Ismark.
It was above 20 for
Yeah,
sure.
you're right.
I think it was
Yeah,
definitely above 20.
I mean, I think we got very lucky getting Ismark in general. I think this.
I
is
don't think
probably such a
Ismark should
bummer.
come with us, but I don't
No,
know.
I
No,
agree.
he has to
No.
rest up. He has
Yeah.
to rest up.
Yeah, I agree.
And hopefully Ruben, what's his name?
Rudolph.
Octavio.
Rudolph,
Rudolph.
Rictavio. Yeah.
I think Rudolph can hopefully take care of Ismark and
Keep him hidden, keep him safe. Maybe
Probably had to keep
his comment. So the the Burgermeister's comment about Erwin was interesting too. I don't know if you picked up on that.
the wine troubles.
That, but also it sounded like they talk in some level. What did he say? He said something about. He said something. It wasn't about when he was talking about the wine troubles, but he said something else that it was like, oh, so they're at least, I guess, friendly to some degree, and that would be interesting to ask them about it. So I don't know. But it could be just toleration too. Just tolerating them. Because what is your other option?
Yeah.
I think it is.
I mean,
It would be a mistake to try to do something about Irina and Isaac right now. Like I think we have to do what we said we were going to do and get in good graces as much as we can, and then expose Isaac and do something about him.
I'm kind of
Because if we do it,
when we get back to the Blue Water, those wolf guys are there, and they
That's
might
what I
be
was
able
just
to lead
about
us
to
to
say.
the
are
Blue
they?
Water.
Yeah, they were hunting wolves. They didn't say werewolves though, right?
But
Or
they
do we
might
know?
the
Maybe.
whereabouts
Yeah,
of-
yeah, sure. Yeah. Erwin might know
Yeah, I
something,
don't-
even if they're not there. Erwin might know something about the werewolves
That's true, too.
because he was telling me about stuff, right? He told me about the hag and like gave me some information. He actually told me about the guys hunting the wolves too. So, because I don't think I've seen them or met them, but he told me about them. So,
Yeah, I've met them
mm-hmm.
because they were there the night that
You got
I-
drunk?
How I think we get Isaac to sort of expose himself as a
Sicko.
yeah, like a sicko, is we
It's such a shame that I haven't seen her because I could look like
I
her.
was just about to say who can disguise themselves and try and make them
Bait him out, but I don't. I've never seen her, so
because if like she saw, okay, but we need to work out what why he covets her. Is it a sexual thing? Like, is he in love with her, or is it like this is something Strahd wants, so I want it, or is it more just like this is mine, it's my play toy sort of thing?
I suspect it's a power thing. I don't know if it's specifically he wants it because he it's like a coin, a token, a leverage on Strahd. It could be those things, but if not, he may be using her because we in that letter it talked about, or in the book, and Leo doesn't know this, but in the book it talks about or in the letter one, like Strahd craving the beauty and the youth and like those things. So I'm suspecting it's something along those lines as well. It's like any young, pretty female suits them for that purpose. And it seems like and maybe it's just not Dale describing them being around that often, but there's the missing little girl in Barovia. There is this crave for Irina. There is the one. Wait, didn't one of the daughters die? No, that's the letter that was talking about Irina, right? But it just seems like there's the youth, the beauty and youth brings power somehow, right? Whether that be livelihood or something.
I'm more thinking like, how do we get Isaac to sort of freak out?
We gotta
about Irina to expose him.
I think
that we should like something needs to be played off in front of him as her like almost disobeying him or something like that. Like it needs to be, I think, something that the Bergermeister can't be like, oh, like well now I have to do something. Like, what if Isaac disrupts the festival
because of her?
because of
It'd
her,
be really
something like
clever.
that.
Yeah. That goes crazy because she's
Like
escaped and
she does something.
she
'Cause
ran to the
mean,
festival to try to seek asylum or something.
Well, what if she is seeking someone else?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Wait, what if I'm able to get a message to Irina that somehow if she was to able to like covet someone else to make Isaac mad?
Yeah, I don't know. How does she
I think
show
either
him
way,
that
we
though?
have to get- we have
I
to
don't
get
know that
to,
I don't know that
Irina
he's going to
out
care.
of
Honestly, I think
Bergermeister's house.
it's a servitude thing. I think it's something that she is forced to do, and I don't think he cares if she likes it or not. Even if she has eyes for someone else, I don't think he would care as long as he possesses her. Does that make sense?
So we just have to steal her away, and he'll go
Somehow, or make him think that she's stolen away.
All right. You arrive back at the Blue Water Inn.
Yeah, so I bring sort of Ismark back up to one of the rooms, and then mostly probably just explain sort of what has happened over the last 24 hours,
Yep.
and just give him the rundown of going to the Burgermeisters, chasing it, like realizing that he's probably in danger. We were inside the dungeon when he was. What the fix is to try and get out, or how we got him out of the dungeon, and then what the Burgermeister has asked of us to do. And at that point, I think I'd say to Ismark, well, I think we really need to play these two missions out for the Burgermeister, and I know that Irina is not safe with that hulk of a thing, but I really can't see any other way of gaining favor
Did-
and not sort of being on the run and risking ourselves the entire time.
Kind of looks troubled. It's like, yeah, I don't. You might be right. It might be the only way. I hate that. I hate that so much.
Please know that we want to get Irina back as much as you do.
And we did
But-
try to get
Y-
you. back at the
We
same
we
time.
did.
I believe that wholeheartedly. Just the fact that you came back means a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't mean to make you relive what's happened in the past day or so, but I'm kind of curious. What information specifically were they trying to get out of you while you were here?
They asked if I knew of any other spies or if anyone else was working with me, and what my business was, what I was planning, if it was to disrupt the festival, and it was
The Burgermeister
felt
kind
like
of
nonsense.
he gave the impression that he had some new information, potentially from you. Might you have any idea what that might be?
No, not unless he considered the fact that, like, I knew of like, I checked all his questions when he asked about Barovia, so unless it was something to do with that, and he does believe who I am, but now believes that I was still corrupted, I don't know.
I think we all know that the man himself is quite deranged and not fully aware of possibly what is happening.
Yeah, I think more at this point it's just a power trip more than whether we're innocent or guilty.
Yes.
Supreme superstition, right? Like it could be he's just that concerned about having his village taken over.
Perhaps. But when we came back to the Blue Water Inn, were the those wolf catchers or hunters there?
Wolf hunters aren't there, no.
So what is it that he asked us to do to help him with?
So there are two things. He's asked us to clear out a local werewolf den
Hmm.
and bring back proof.
Did he say where that was?
No, he did not. And he's also asked us to put a stop to the dream pastries that are going around
What are those?
and
It's these food items that this old woman sells. She was selling them back in Barovia, and as I look over to Ismark, and we believe that she is a hag. I know you are interested in Leo because I believe we may need to end up going to your windmill.
Hmm.
That's the location of her. So
And this hag was making these dream pastries?
it seems that way.
Hmm. Okay.
Thoughts? Do you have any? Does it ring any bells, or have you heard of that sort of thing before?
No. Not specifically for sure. I mean, like I said, I am very curious about these hags. But my mother, being the witch that she is, has told me stories of them, and none of them involved them baking. But
Mm.
Perhaps they do not bake them, but rather concoct them,
mm,
and
Mm.
this is what they turn out to be.
Make
Sure.
them to look like they've been
uh,
baked goods.
Either way, I think we have two things that we need
Well,
to do ahead of us.
only one of which
Is
that we actually have a lead on. But
correct, but at least we know of some people that might be able to help with the other. Ismark,
And wasn't
I don't know about you, but how do you feel about possibly staying here, closer to Arena at least, and get your strength back while you can?
He kind of looks down. He's like, I do think that may be best. I am in no condition, especially if this is something you seek to do today or tonight. I will be in no shape to help you. I will only slow you down.
was Erwin in the building when we walked back in?
By this time, probably. Yep.
Okay.
He was probably about.
I will go down and speak with Erwin, the tavern keep, and make sure that you are looked after. I'll
What were
also
the-
ask him about whether he has any ideas on the werewolves.
what were the terms of letting you guys free?
We're not free. Well, Ismark and I are not free as such. We are under the prison keep of our new friend Sephir, until such time as the quests have been completed.
So
I may not have stated it clearly.
Ismark needs to stay put for sure.
He did try to state that he only needed that it was only one task.
One of
that
the
was
two.
needing to be completed.
Yep.
Yeah,
One
so
of the two tasks.
Did I not say that right?
You're making my name too
Sophia.
feminine, bro.
Sophia.
Sophia.
Sorry. Sophia.
Pronounce the P in sphere.
Sophia.
Sophia.
Sophia. Yeah,
Sophia.
okay. Sophia. Yeah, I like that. That's a good way of putting it. I like that.
SUHFEAR.
Sophia. Yeah, okay.
Sophia.
Sophia.
Okay.
Sophia.
So Sophia.
Sophia. Sophia.
Anyway,
Shakira.
when do you intend to head out to the windmill?
I think, well, the windmill or the werewolf den as soon as possible.
Either way, right away.
Yeah, I think.
Let's-
To be honest, I think we head to the windmill today. At least we know where that is, or know of the location. And as far as I'm ready to go now.
Yeah, same. I mean, either or. I mean, if we want to go, I imagine if it's a den of werewolves, then someone knows about them. We can ask around and get a lead.
Yeah, I have. Well, I have hope that maybe Erwin might know, so I'll
They're-
head down and speak to him.
If there's as much of a thorn in the side of the city as he claims, then yeah, let's either way, let's go. I'm
Yep.
ready.
Let's do it.
Stay safe.
So I'll head down and speak to Erwin at the bar.
I'll be there. I'm just kind of hanging out with you though.
Oh, so you head down and speak to Erwin.
Yeah.
anything in particular, or is it just a please look
Uh,
after?
Mate, please make sure you look after Ismark. He's in our room. And
Don't let anyone in.
yeah, don't let it. Yeah, no one's to get in.
Hmm.
Would you happen to know where a werewolf den in the area would be?
Werewolf
hunters?
den.
Mentioned anything recently?
No, nothing of the kind, unfortunately. I know there's been like werewolf attacks, but I don't know anything of the den.
Hmm.
I'll see if I can find anything out, but as it stands, no, I don't know anything right now of that.
Okay. No, we're heading out now, so we'll if you can make some inquiries, maybe we can make some money off it when we come back. Appreciate
Sounds good. I'll see what I can find.
Okay.
So you guys heading out to
The windmill.
heading out
I
heading
think-
out of town?
I think so. We pretty much know where it is because we were about to head off there before we
We were about to
decided
go there.
to head straight to Valakai. So
Yeah.
Did we say when
Or
we were just having
Marlon,
that conversation
Marlon,
about the kind of conditions of freedom or whatever? Kind of zoned out for a second, but was it stated that we're essentially just bound to do these tasks? We're not allowed to roam around the city, talk to any people, do anything else.
Essentially,
really?
yes.
I think that was sort of the idea. I guess if we got caught doing townspeople things, that it would get back to him.
Extracurricular.
Yeah.
Right. We're allowed to talk to people to get leads and stuff, surely, but you're like, yeah.
Yeah, I think if we can
I
prove that
think-
like what we were asking was for
Relevant,
the
right?
reason of, yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
But yes, we leave.
You're not 100%
Probably out
sure.
the gates that we came in.
Do you think we might be in a bit of shit if you send someone to like the inn or someone sees the party without like Ismark not even being with us?
No, I think we could just say that he's
I don't
been
think so.
confined to our room.
His room. Yeah.
From one prison to the
Your
next.
room, your room. rather
Swanee's
than
not getting
Sophie's room.
abused.
Could be in there abusing himself. We don't know.
Kicking my own ass.
Off to the windmill.
I'm kicking my ass. Do you mind? Not the self-abuse I had in mind, but
Alrighty. So you guys heading off to the windmill. It'll take you a
This is
good few
bad
hours
idea.
to get there. What do you mean? It's just an old lady selling pastries.
Yeah, nothing to be worried about.
It'll take you a few hours to get there.
Keep forgetting I have luck points.
On
Fucking use these things.
you
On the
might wanna
way,
remember coming up.
the way, I would want to walk up to Marlon. You spoke yesterday of being an orphan.
Hmm.
Have you never known your parents? Because I'm in a similar situation. I mean, I knew my parents for the very early years of my life, but it's kind of part of the reason I'm here.
I never knew my parents.
Hmm.
And it's part of something that's I've always wondered about what happened.
You have no traces of them?
None.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It was a long time ago. I'm doing great, as you can clearly see.
Sure, yeah. I mean, every time I change my hair color, I'm doing fine as well. So
yeah. Yeah, it's growing on me.
it looks good.
Thank you.
Did you? I guess I was wanting. I found it curious that I don't know. You seem very well put together, and I wouldn't have guessed. I guess.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I like to see myself as a bit of a swan, graceful on the top and paddling like fuck underneath.
It's a good analogy.
I will do my best to make sure that, you know, there's not much I can do in regards to if there's someone else who is to live like me, but be a good example for someone else who was to be in the unfortunate shoes that I have been in. But if I wasn't in this position, I wouldn't have met you. I wouldn't have met my great friend Grangrik and my great friend that was Badger, and now Sephir as well. So I also wouldn't have been arrested and, you know, been in a crazy land where there's a bloodthirsty vampire. So there's, you know, good
That's
things and bad
true.
things.
Gotta take it all, though, right?
Correct.
Speaking of, would you like to meet Badger, or meet a Badger? I guess.
I'm sorry, that's very confusing.
He.
Considering my friend died maybe 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I think not at the moment. But I very much appreciate your offer.
Fair enough. I didn't consider that would be insensitive. That is my mistake.
I'll keep that in mind.
Sure.
It's still yeah, it still hurts.
Hmm.
And will for a long time.
Alrighty. So you guys have all any other conversations or anything else? Sorry, don't want to jump to conclusions.
Onward.
Onward.
I got flashbanged.
Whoa.
That's such a good call, dude.
Oh,
The old
God.
Savage Road transitions here from being a winding path through the Ballinok Mountains to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into a fog-filled valley. In the heart of the valley, you see a walled town near the shores of a great mountain lake. Its waters dark and still. A branch of the road, and that town that I'm speaking of is Valaki, by the way. You're looking down back at the town of Valaki.
Sure.
A branch in the road leads west to a promontory atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes stripped bare. As you approach it, the onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side, as though trying to turn away from the stormy grey sky. You see grey-black walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above a flimsy doorway leading into the building's interior. Perched on a wooden beam above the door is a raven, It hops and squawks about you, seemingly agitated. In the area nearby, you can see various other ravens circling nearby as well. What would you like to do?
Well, do we just go ask her to stop baking goods? Seems
Yeah, I mean we can. Yeah.
surely she won't go along with that, but I can't imagine starting any other way.
Sometimes
anyone-
the direct approach is the best approach.
Does anyone know? So we're not 100% sure that this is a hag yet,
No.
right?
No,
Do we have our
We don't know
suspicions in
she's a
game or
hag.
above board?
no. Didn't we
In
get told that the woman
Irwin-
that was distributing the dream pastries was a hag?
That was Marlon's
You've never been told
gut
specifically.
was kind of, he
Oh,
kind of
My-
reminded
my
him.
My gut feel was that it was a.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
my
Something
rolled
felt
gut
off.
feel. Yeah, something felt wrong.
And then Irwin said something that there was rumors of a hag nearby. And he was,
Mhm.
and he told me that, so.
Studying under paladins and such, would I be able to offer any insight on the chance that what we're about to encounter is a hag and kind of what their MO usually is?
What-
Or, like,
sorry. What was that? Sorry, I was reading.
Having studied under paladin studies
Mhm.
law, thank you. Would Sephir be able to offer any kind of insight on the chance that this is a hag that we're about to encounter? Anything as a kind of, this is kind of their usual tactics, or
The main thing that you've been able to, that you know from your studies, is that hags are most dangerous when they're in a coven. Coven needs to be at least 3. All of your trainings taught you that if nothing, in fact, roll like I'll give you that roll now to see how much you've retained from your studies.
history.
Yeah, we'll go history.
Not a natural one, but a 1.
Did you roll a 2 minus 1?
Sure did.
That's all you can remember. Is this?
Can I- Can't even remember my fucking name at this point. Sounds like.
You
As you-
know that they're most dangerous in groups.
And how many ravens can we see from where we are right now?
About 4 or 5.
The
I was just going to say, I'm going to cast Detect Magic with my Magic Initiate Druid feature, which
Cool.
is like a once a day free cast.
Sure.
So that's up for 10 minutes.
No worries.
Well, I mean, we go talk to an
Which
old
I like
lady.
Present.
And using my pact magic, I'd like to choose psychic damage.
Cool.
At this point in time.
Can I just do a
Good
quick
to know.
look around at the ravens and anything else in the area, looking for maybe it's more of an insight check to gain insight on like, are they watching us, or are they just birds being in the area, or
Strange behavior.
Roll insight.
23.
They do seem to be watching.
Okay.
I'm going to start moving up.
Notably, of the
Same.
group of them, one of them does fly off and head back towards Valaki. You do notice.
Okay.
Same. I'm moving up.
I get to
Oh.
the first sort of landing, and just sort of start to look out into this area to see if I can see anything magical.
From where you are, it's only 10 feet, right?
No, it's my vision. 60
Eyes.
Is it? Like detect
Uh,
is vision? I thought it was you only detect things within a certain range.
feet. 30 feet of me. Sorry, apologies. 30 feet.
Okay. From there, I would say what 30 feet is. Yeah, no, you don't pick up on anything at the moment. No.
And then I just keep moving forward.
Can
Okay.
we listen out? Is there any singing or noise or coming out of from inside as we get within 30, 40 feet or so?
You can hear this faint sound of like a cackle.
Hmm.
Yep. Sounds ominous.
I'm within. Is it, how you do it? No, this one.
How
I'm
do we wanna
within
play
sort of.
this?
Oh no, I'm not actually quite within 30. I'd get within 30 feet and then sort of start to inspect the front of the door to see if I can see anything magical.
Nothing
Understood.
magical on the front of the door as you approach. And from everything that you can see on the outside, nothing seems magical. I
Before we
believe
get
you
any
have to be able to
closer-
see it. It's blocked by line of sight, I believe.
Before we get any closer, can I see if anything's like booby trapped? On the
Sure,
way?
roll me an investigation check.
Are you going up to the front door to check that, or are you just checking?
No,
sort of
like I was
from-
more checking the tiles and like the rocks and stuff on the ground. Is if there is and the boardwalk sort of thing.
Okay.
Were 13.
13, no worries.
Yeah.
You don't notice anything that would look like booby traps or anything of the sorts.
Okay.
I will go up to the door, knock, and call out, "Grandmother? Hello?"
Not a worry. The door opens up,
Mm-hmm.
and inside is a old lady that you do recognize from and behind her is a cart that you also recognize from back in Barovia. Not you yourself, Leo, but the others that
Correct.
are behind you recognize. Hello, little one. Have you come to buy some pastries? Have you? They're very good. And you can kind of smell this. You get a waft of this smell, and it's this sweet smell of pastries. And at first it's that, and then you're hit with this waft of this stench that you can feel burn your nose.
Do we all smell
And
that?
you can't quite put your finger on what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not familiar.
No, it's not a familiar
Well-
smell.
Well, grandmother, I, in a way, yes. Should we come inside to speak business?
Certainly, you may come inside. Come in.
And I'll go in like nothing is up.
The
Follow
ground
through.
floor has been converted into a makeshift kitchen, but the room is filthy. Baskets and old dishware are piled everywhere. Adding to the clutter is a peddler's cart, a chicken coop, a heavy wooden trunk, and a pretty wooden cabinet with flowers painted on the doors. In addition to the clucking of chickens, you can hear toads croaking. Then it's the pastries. The odor as you've walked in, you can detect is coming from a barrel in the center of the room. And then you can feel a warmth coming from an oven that you can see against a wall. And then there's this crumbling staircase that ascends across from you.
You said the sweet smell is coming from the barrel?
No.
The pungent.
The pungent.
Yeah. I'm gonna move over by the fireplace and like warm my hands. These dream pastries. I've only been in Barovia for a moment, and I've not had the chance to try any. Are they just food?
They are here to alleviate your concerns for a time and bring you a much happier, much more joyful experience than what may befall you in this place.
Oh.
That's all.
I feel like it would take much more than that to alleviate my worry.
Well,
What
maybe if you tried one, you could find out.
would you let me try one?
Oh, you'd have to pay.
Of course, grandmother. What is the cost as I move closer to her? And I'll take my purse out.
While you look that up, as I stepped inside, sort of after, I went in after Leo, so I would have been second in, but I stayed near the door. Do I see anything magical inside?
You notice the barrel immediately glowing with magic. You notice the old lady having a certain glow of magic about her as well.
Okay.
And let me see if there's anything else. It's 1 gold piece, by the way.
Can't work this fucking.
It takes some getting used to.
Oh.
There's also a couple of elixirs on the table that you can see all have a faint glow of magic about them as well.
Okay. One last thing. Will you allow me to slightly retcon before we left that I picked up a flask of holy water as a item component for a spell?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you would have known that you would have needed it, so you could have picked that up pretty easily.
I will mark off the 25 gold.
Cool. As you walk in and you look around some more, you notice that on the floor are a scattering of various bones scattered around. Marlon, you look at them kind of being, I guess, close to the ground, and they look like halfling bones.
The short jokes and
or just
ooh.
little human bones.
Children bones.
But 1 gold piece, 1 gold piece for for one of the dream pastries, and you can forget your worries for a time.
How long?
You go.
Few hours, can last a little longer for some. You know, more than one, and be ready for when you awaken. How about it? I have enough for all of you if you'd like.
No, I'm okay.
That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I would like to purchase 2 of them, and I will put 2 gold coins on the table. And grandmother, you are correct. We were asked to come here because the people of Valaki don't want these pastries to be sold in their city anymore. Is that something that you can part ways with.
No. No, people ask for them, so I bring them. It is as simple as that, and I will continue. You have your pastries. You can leave now if that is all.
I'll take the 2 pastries and put them in my bag. And just kind of be like, this has gotten awkward. And stand back for a second.
As
You have
As
an
it- as-
odd look about you, child. Something.
talking to me.
No, this is to
okay.
Leo.
Mm.
Something. And she kind of reaches her hands up towards your
Mm-hmm.
your thorns. Something unique. And she goes
Yes.
to touch and then kind of hesitates. And then she kind of looks around as if she takes like 2 steps back from you.
Is there something wrong?
Leave, child. Leave now.
Or,
All of you leave.
and I'll look
No,
at the rest
I
of the
don't
group.
think we will be.
Yeah. Or what?
And there's this like kind of her eyes start like darting around.
What has you worried? I mean, Mother has always told me that I am unique.
And there's
And I've
this
not
look
always-
as soon as you say that, Mother,
Yes, Mother.
As I
leave.
do, I see the
I do not
hag
I do not
react.
want you here. I want no part of this. Leave.
As I see her reacting like that, I'm gonna put a hand on Sephir's shoulder and cast protection from good and evil with the flask of holy water.
Do you-
He's gonna look at you doing that, and out of like this fear and reaction, she's going to
It was merely a healing
kind of looks.
spell.
She's like, and there's this. You can see this kind of
Do-
fear in her eyes.
Do you know, Mother? As I take 2 steps closer to her.
She turns completely 180 on all of you. Just doesn't look at you. And then
The Witch of Cartacas. You know her, don't you?
What the fuck?
what a gift this must be, if it must be. Sisters,
Oh.
come
Roll.
help. Roll for initiative, please.
Yeah.
Fucking coven!
So Joel,
Coven!
with protection from good and evil, you have advantage on any attacks for Celestials, Elementals, Fey, Fiends, Undead, but they also have disadvantage against attacking you. You also can't be possessed
Oh, she changed.
or charmed or frightened.
Oh, damn.
Ew.
You see her morph
Hey,
into
thanks,
this
man.
kind of grotesque form with this off color of skin, and her clothes change as well, and you can see it's like this kind of rope and this gnarled bits of bone hanging off her that have been shaped into like this strap across her
Gross.
chest.
Can I make a suggestion with Tauspire? If we're concentrating on a spell, can we turn our torch on? So that we
Yes, I
always
like that.
know-
Ooh,
That is a good call.
Good call, Ben.
I rolled a 12.
Dale,
Mhm.
would I have divine sense or no?
It's something you have to activate, I think, don't you?
It's not in my D&D Beyond, but I'm.
Oh, I thought you did.
because
As a
of,
paladin.
I think it might. I think they might have removed
Other
divine
reasons.
sense. I don't know
Because
if
it says
divine sense
level
is
1
in.
divine sense and lay on hands, and I have lay on hands, but I don't have divine
Oh,
sense.
okay. Well, you should have divine sense. It may just not. Is it an action somewhere?
I mean, this
Or
is
is it-
I'm on like a wiki
Is that
thing
for-
that's just got
Is
a
it
layout. But
2014 or 2024?
no, yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, it should be D&D Beyond 2024 Paladin.
I'm bringing up the paladin rules now. I'll tell you in 1 minute.
Ticks.
Who can find it first?
I want to say it's a bonus
lay on
action.
hands, spell casting. No, it's not there anymore.
Ah,
Being removed. Okay.
Oh, it's removed from the 24 paladin.
Divine sense is now a channel divinity. As a
mm.
bonus action, you can open your awareness to detect celestials, fiends, and undead for the next 10 minutes or until you have the incapacitated condition.
Oh,
condition.
okay.
Fey.
My obviously
No
No
Fey
fate
anymore.
doesn't mention
A little
doesn't
different.
mention fate anymore.
Okay.
Okay, interesting. And it's also now to charge of your channel divinity rather than just a
Charge of
feature.
channel divinity, yes.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
concentrating on that. So that's yeah.
Now,
And is that once per long rest? Like a
channel divinity is
channel
once per
divinity.
short rest, I believe.
Or yeah, I mean at this level it's once, but once you get higher,
Yeah.
or it might be 2 at this level. I don't know.
doesn't specifically say. I have 2 options, but it doesn't say.
My apologies. She doesn't say sisters. She says daughters.
Ah, yes.
Flatters.
My initiative is 21. 21?
Okay.
Alert.
have
Let's
initiative
go,
swap.
baby. Ooh.
I can. You would have it too if you've got alert.
Do I really?
It's because I think alert used to give you a +5, and that's only a +3.
It's plus your proficiency. Yes.
Yeah.
So plus
Oh,
3, and
okay.
it'll go up as you level up.
I don't know that I have initiative swap, though.
What's your
remember
initiative
seeing-
bonus?
Mine's
What
plus
is your-
6, which is
Yeah, so
I
that's
do have
equivalent.
alert. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know what you're talking about, where you can choose to swap initiative with someone else or something like that.
Immediately after you roll
Yes.
initiative, you can swap your initiative with the initiative of one willing ally in the same combat.
Is that just
Has
the
to-
alert feat?
Can't be incapacitated. I think it's under it, so
Yeah, that's part of the
Yeah, it
alert
is.
feat.
It is. Yeah.
that's cool. Sorry, I'll roll mine. 21. Also, I don't have
Rollies.
checks.
Rollies.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
15.
7. Do you want to swap initiatives?
We just swap it anyways.
Then we're gonna do rollies again. So the same.
Marlon?
16.
Wonderful.
So
All
remind me,
of you
Ben.
beat
I
bags.
just have advantage on my attack rolls, and they have disadvantage against me.
Marlon should be in front of Grangrik. I only rolled a 12.
Ah, sorry.
Ben.
Sorry.
With your
Which-
spell for me,
Yeah.
I basically I have advantage on my attack rolls, and they have disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
Yeah, and they also
Okay.
can't like try and charm you and frighten you and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, cool. Oh, first combat. Gotta know what I'm doing.
I don't either. But I'm ready.
It's the fun part.
It's been a long time, neither do I.
Oh,
Okay.
Mine's easy. I just transform and bite people.
Start things off top of the order. Leo, you are standing in front
Leo.
of this this woman that is transformed into this figure of a hag, and has said what she said. I guess one way to put it.
My
done what she's done. So
Bonus action, I will conjure this wicked looking, like wooden, ancient looking wooden briar wrapped trident in my hand. And I'll say, Mother warns me of you, and I will make an attack on her with my trident.
awesome. Go for it. Roll me some attacks.
I get 2 attacks. Let's go. Okay, great. A 10 for the first one. This is two-handed too. I will always summon it in 2 hands.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Your 10 will miss.
Yeah, for sure. And a natural 1.
Hell yeah.
Oh, no.
Hell yeah.
Good
It's been a
start.
while.
Starting out great.
It's been a while.
Yay.
Wow.
And I kind of get a little bit panicked after I make my 2 attacks and like nothing happens. I'm like, I'm talking a little more than I should. And then,
Warn me of this.
yeah, exactly. And I'll just grit my teeth and stare her in the eyes. I'm gonna stay right where I'm at.
Sephir, you're up.
That's funny.
Oh, jeez, I don't really have. Okay, dokie. Let's have a look here. So, like, oh, it's so cool that it continues on. 20 feet. And then how do I?
Just
Can I
right
leave
click.
that up? Right click.
If you want to get rid of it.
No, I kind of wanted to leave it up so I knew where I was
Ah.
going. Because it doesn't show how far you travel when you move, right?
It should do.
I wish it showed that every time. Like when you clicked your character to move it, that it would like trail a ruler behind it. Does that make sense? I think that would be cool.
Yeah. But so here's like 20 feet of my movement. So I am still. Maybe we'll get a little bit closer. So I want to be within. Would you say that's 10 feet, Dale? I know it's kind of on an angle, and it's. I don't know if this is a wall.
No, it just looks like a step up from the, like the thing.
Little
Yeah.
Schöner thing. Yeah, right.
It's just a little step.
So I'd be.
You can pretty much use the squares on the.
You could
on the floor.
easily walk over to get in range if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I don't want to get closer. I don't want to get in. I don't want to get 5 feet. I don't want to
Yeah,
be in her.
you can be
range.
10. You can keep your
Okay.
10 feet distance.
Yeah.
No worries.
Use the blocks. Is there? Can you put squares on? Is this a setting I
No,
can do?
Like the
ones
wooden
on
panels on the
floor,
ground, like the wooden
panels on
squares?
floor.
They're
Oh,
5
yeah,
feet
no,
each.
They're kind of broken up where I'm standing at the moment. Sorry. Yeah. Cool. All right. I'll stand here and I will make an attack.
Mhm.
And I'll just see if I hit. I guess. Fucking.
Advantage.
That's a. Oh, thank you.
Fine.
I rolled a 3. Heaps better. 19.
19 hits. Roll me damage.
Thank you, Ben. 1d10. With that hit, I will, as a bonus action,
Smite.
cast Divine Smite.
Mhm.
Using a spell slot. Isn't that the change now?
2d.
Yeah.
No, I get
Yeah,
one
you've
on a
used-
long rest.
You get 1 per long rest, just free. But then you now
And then
use
I can
spell slots,
cast
but
it.
it's a bonus action to use them now.
Yeah.
It doesn't
And
change
is
the
it-
one.
Just smite,
Yeah.
smite.
Yeah, it's essentially limited it to once per turn, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
it uses
your action
economy now.
That's fair.
That's cool. I think that's a good change.
So 2d8
Yeah, it saves like
radiant.
Nova rounds of just like, oh, I run in, I action surge, attack, smite, and just it's
Yeah.
like Okay.
Which is what I did with Nazthul, the other guy.
So it says 2d8 radiant. The damage increases by 1d8 if the target is a fiend or an undead.
Yes. So it will just be a regular 2d8.
Oh, okay. Damn, you said yes. I got
Oh
excited.
wait, fiend or undead? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll deal extra.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Not just a standard hag above the table.
That is standard hag.
I was
Aren't
gonna say
standard
standard hag
hags
surely is fiend.
Fae?
Don't think so.
Or maybe I'm just thinking of Baldur's Gate.
Bad. 10, 16, 21.
21.
Nice.
And
21 radiant. Nice.
no, so
Radiant.
also
Oh.
3 of that is psychic, if it matters, and sorry, 5, 6, 7, 8 of that is psychic, and 13 is radiant.
Ooh, nice.
7, yeah, 13
Does it
radiant.
tell me if she's a? That's a good question. Does it tell me what kind of hag she is? Yes, it does. Cool.
She's just
And
a-
I'll just stand my ground.
And
Cool.
my ground.
How much damage was that again? Sorry, my bad.
21.
Do you want me to break it up
21.
from
No, that's
psychic
fine.
and radiant?
Nope. It is.
yeah, 21.
Oh. Yeah, no, it's fine either way.
It was 21, 3 of it
21.
was psychic, and there was some radiant, and then standard.
Cool.
Flashing.
Next up, Marlon.
No standard.
I'm going to move to the other side of this cart.
I was gonna go.
Can I see the hag
Stand
above
over
the
him.
table?
Yes.
As in the game, above the
Yeah.
table.
The literal table.
Yes.
Good. I am going to take out my crossbow and shoot her in the face.
Crossbow.
Come on, dice. That's a 23 to hit.
It's
Cool. So I'm gonna get sneak attack because we got Leo there.
Sneak.
3d6 now. Let's go. And a d8.
Big money, big money, big money.
Not bad. 6, 12, 19, 24 points
Dang.
of
24.
damage.
Piercing damage.
That's just
piercing.
regular old piercing damage.
Just regular piercing damage.
You feel like the hit doesn't hit as hard as it should.
Okie dokie.
Artichoke.
Yeah, I don't have any like silver tipped weapons or anything. That'll do me.
That'll do.
That'll do, piggy.
Yeah, that'll do.
Oh,
Okay. Next up, Grangrik.
Grangrik's going to move towards the door,
Mhm.
wanting to make sure he has an exit of some sort. Also knowing that obviously he's concentrating on a spell, is trying to sort of focus on that, and is then going to cast Starry Wisp
Okay.
at the hag.
What do? What do?
what
I
do?
rolled a 16 plus 7, so that's going to be a 23.
Nice.
It will do 2d8 points of radiant damage
Okay.
for 4 points of radiant damage.
Oof.
Huge.
And until the end of my next term, it emits a dim light in a 10-foot radius and can't benefit from the invisibility condition.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice one.
No save against it because it's only a cantrip and it does less damage.
That's a cantrip?
Starry Wisp. It's a
Oh.
Circle of the Moon spell.
Cool. Okay, next up
Nice one.
is Morgantha. lead
Morgana.
hag.
It's a typical hag name, isn't it?
Morgana.
Um, well, you kind of suck. Oh, wait a second. That's what I knew. I was missing something. There we are. Wonderful. That's much more terrifying. Excellent.
You're looking at the wrong stat sheet.
I was forgetting the fact that they're part of a coven.
Yeah,
Above
they are
the
very
table, I knew
yeah.
that, and
It
didn't write
makes a
that.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. If anyone's watched Friday's episodes of Critical Role, they sort of know why multiple beings of one thing are a problem.
Yeah, righto. No, I haven't yet.
I haven't yet.
Comes out Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Is it Tuesday yet?
It's Tuesday.
Okay, so that gives them those slots. Cool. They're going to start off with... That's a convenient line. She's going to move around here. She's going to cast a lightning bolt
Yeah,
poo.
motherfucker.
Oh,
That's fair.
in a line from here to here, hitting all three of you.
Don't have evasion. Damn it.
Deck save, right?
That will be a dex save, yes.
and that's like.
Wow, I am
still
not
taking half
dexterous.
damage.
Oh, we rolled well though. 18.
Dex save.
Okay.
Wow.
Natural 20.
What the?
Okay.
11.
Okay.
Do you have evasion
Oh,
yet, or is that level 7?
No, not yet. I just said that. Yeah, no, not yet.
You have uncanny dodge though, don't you? At level
I
5?
do have uncanny dodge. Yes.
Okay.
Which I do believe I will be using.
28 points of damage
Yes, I'm going to
those
use
that
uncanny
failed?
dodge.
for those that failed, and then halved down to 14.
Critical save, I don't take any damage.
Pass?
That is not a thing with saving throws.
Okay.
Let's try that.
Did an
Uh-huh.
18 pass?
An 18 does pass.
Does pass. And sorry, you said 14.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm uncanny dodging.
How much is that blocking?
Half.
Half.
Cool. Cool. Nice uncanny dodge. And that will be it for the hag's turn. I'm going to move and
Morganthe.
cast that. Morgant's turn. Both of the others, unfortunately, can't do much because of how far away they are. But you will see a couple of the ugly old things run down the stairs.
They're pretty to me.
There's stairs.
To the right. Near the
Yeah, they're
chicken
in the
coop.
right. They're. It's hard to see.
Ah, I've got. I had my thing down too much.
Yeah.
My toggle. Yeah, right.
Me toggle.
Oh.
One
More
by
of them
one, we
come
follow
down.
each other.
They are unable to make any more actions, so they did have to dash to get down. They were quite high up. So Bella and Ophala will both dash down and get down there. Leo, it's your turn.
I'm gonna use my feature from Hex Magic, and I'm gonna cast Hex on the Morganth, the one right in front of me. Which is that a saving throw? No, they're just hexed.
Yeah.
One
Just
bonus
hexed.
action, concentration up to an hour. So I'm also concentrating. I'll figure out how to turn my light on after, and then I will make 2 attacks on this hag.
Got your torch on.
Appreciate it.
Cool. Make your attacks.
That is a 19 and a 23.
Both will hit.
Nice.
Roll me some damage.
Go.
Big hits.
So it'll be one of these
one of these?
Each time I do the damage with Hex, don't I? I do.
Um,
Or is it once a
It's only
turn?
on the
Let me look.
first hit, isn't it? Or is
Let me
it
just be
every
sure.
no,
Let me
it's-
be
I
sure.
think Hex is everyone still.
Whenever you hit it
because-
with an attack, until the spell ends, you
Yeah.
deal extra 1d6 necrotic to the target
Okay.
whenever
Yeah.
you hit with an attack. Beautiful.
You-
Oh, target has disadvantage on on ability checks made with the chosen ability.
It's only checks, not
Ab-
saves or anything. So
Yeah.
Ability check.
Oh, yeah.
Let me think. Let's go strength in case someone wants to topple it.
But that would be a save, right?
that'd be a
Oh, it
save,
is a
yeah.
save. What's a check? It's just like
Yeah,
if they're
exactly.
trying to
A
do
check would be like a
something.
grapple. A
Strength check.
grapple is a check. It's
Yeah.
a contested check, so that is still
Sure.
probably.
Strength is probably pretty good. I'll leave it.
I'm pretty sure with Hex,
an
usually the
option.
best to go with is Strength or Dex. They're
Mhm.
the best.
Yeah.
So that is a 8, 13 on the first hit and only 9. Oh wait, I've got plus. Hold on, I'm dumb. Sorry. No, it's not. Sorry. Am I stupid? I'm stupid. Yeah, it's plus 5. So 13, 19 damage on the first and 9, 14 damage on the second. Sorry. Slow. And then I use my bonus action. I don't want to move away from her yet, so I'm going to
Yeah.
stay right where I'm at.
She is looking a little messed up already. Not gonna lie.
Cool.
Sephir, you're up.
Wail on her.
You. I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Divine Favor. Lasts for a minute, not concentration. Until the spell ends, your attacks with weapons deal an extra 1d4 radiant.
Nice.
So I'll cast that, and that's for a minute. It lasts for a minute. Divine Favor. There we go. 1d4. Bring that over here. Bonus action, and I will roll for an attack with advantage. Did she move?
No, she moved.
She moved a little bit
A
away
little-
from you. Yeah.
yeah,
To cast her
yeah.
spell.
Might take a step forward.
It would have been it would have been an attack of opportunity. If you want
Yeah?
to roll that now, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Oh, hold on. Using Warcaster, I want to cast a spell.
Oh, okay.
Let me just check.
Has to be a
Who's
spell with
casting
a single.
Fireball?
Has to be a spell with a single target.
You are so right.
Never wrong.
Get rid of this.
I didn't ask how big the room is. I said I
Yes,
cast
fine.
fireball.
No, you're lucky I'm not a wizard.
Fuck it. I'll just I'll just
They're a
swing.
wizard, Harry.
Cool.
Hold
she
the
moves
reaction.
out.
Not that it matters. Your turn again.
Oof. Natural 19. That's gonna
Let's
hit.
go.
Roll hit. Roll me some damage quickly.
So this is your reaction opportunity
I've heard
attack.
leap. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming because it's a reaction, and I don't know. You don't have to use it now, but I'm thinking like Paladin way. You couldn't use a bonus action to
Can't.
that because it's your reaction, so you can't cast.
You can't smite on a bonus
Yeah,
on
you
a
can't
On a
smite
reaction.
on a reaction attack now.
It
Yeah.
has to be it has to
That's cool.
the duration
That's
has to be
good.
in action.
Yeah. And this is before your D4 extra as well.
Yeah. I didn't roll that. Yeah. That's all right. Sorry, 14 psychic.
Oh.
And then I will
Your turn
I'll
attack.
step forward. Yeah. Step forward. That's 9 feet, 10 feet, whatever. And yeah, bonus action, divine favor, and I will now roll for this attack. That is a dirty 20.
Okay, that'll hit.
Now the D4. And 12. 12 damage
We're just settling in,
12?
Joel. We gotta get
of,
gotta
mag-
get used to it, right?
of magic damage. Yeah, which will, yeah. There'll be a swing of things
Mm-hmm.
soon, I'm sure. And I'll just stand my ground.
Marlon.
I'm going to stay where I am. I'm going to take a shot at her again from where I am. I'm going to use steady aim.
Steady aim. Yep.
Give yourself
Gain
a
advantage.
Yeah, haven't moved. Yeah, going to use steady aim to gain advantage on the attack. So close. It's a 27 to hit. Natural 19.
That'll hit. That'll hit.
So D8, 3d6.
Oh my god.
6, 11, 12. It's another 17 points of damage. And that'll
17.
be-
Yep.
That's my turn. So 8 if she doesn't take as much
Mhm.
from me.
Grangrik, you're up.
I got two options I've got in my head right now. I'm going to move away from the door because I realize that I don't sort of want to be lined up. We're all sort of grouped together, so I don't think we can do anything about that. More just like I want to move over here near the fire, so I can get a better angle on the rest of these doofuses. And then I think I'm just going to throw another mote of light at the hag. Just another starry wisp.
Yep. Roll that. Roll the attack. Roll some damage. Well, if you hit.
Natural 20.
Let's go.
Let's go!
Oh, I need to get an extra dice. I only got 3. I didn't ever think it would happen. All right, I'll have to roll an extra dice off this. All right, so that's 3 dice. Oh, it's a good roll. 18 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
How do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Huge.
concentrating on sort of having Sephir like protected, I use my other hand and holding my staff. I let the end of it start to glow, and like all the runes up the rest of the staff start to ignite as well. And I sort of release and push it forward, and this mote of shining kind of energy slowly, it's not fast in any sort of way, so it's not like a guiding bolt or anything like that, but it's slow and sort of just drifts across, and
Like-
it touches her chest really softly and then just like explodes in light.
I like it. Like summonary.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's
Um,
good starry wisp, so it's not like fast.
You watch as Morgantha, this wisp comes along, hits her, and there's this moment of pause before she erupts in this holy flame, this radiant fire. And as she's consumed by it, there is nothing but this burnt creature lying on the floor.
Nice.
Did I notice that my trident did any extra damage since it's doing radiant damage?
damage.
Okay.
But it did what it was meant to do.
Sure.
Now I am actually just going to call the session there. We'll come back to
Mm.
this combat as is. Just want to. It won't be super quick to continue on. And I just want to
Yeah.
wrap up because I'm pretty tired. But thanks for a great session.
It was fun.
Glad we
job.
managed to get a
Thanks.
little bit of combat in there, and we've got something
Yeah.
good to come
Pretty
back
sure
to
that's
as
my
far as.
first crit
Yeah.
this campaign.
Nice.
Nice.
Feels good.
That feels so good.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks for the night. It was good fun.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dan. That was fun.
Yeah, thanks for DMing. Always.
Quick
and-
question, Dale. before you go,
Yes.
I want to I think I know the answer to this. Which one is it? So with great weapon fighting, when you roll
Mhm.
damage for an attack you make with a melee weapon that has two-handed or versatile properties, you can treat any 1 or 2 on a damage die as a 3. With my that, I'm assuming that doesn't include the D4 I'm now rolling with the added radiant.
Does it say
damage.
weapon damage dice?
Yeah, what's its wording?
When you roll damage for an attack you make with a melee weapon. So I guess I'm rolling for the an additional effect, not the weapon in that case, right? When you roll damage for an attack you make with a melee weapon, I'm making the attack with a melee weapon, and it's.
I feel like it
would affect it, no?
I feel like it would with that wording.
Yeah.
It sounds like it would. What is it? It's the great weapon, or is it great weapon fighter?
Great
fighting,
weapon
or?
fighting. Yeah, great weapon fighting. And I'm with divine favor. Until the spell ends, your attacks with weapons deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage on a hit. So it's like imbued the weapon. So it's like it's damage made by the weapon.
Great weapon fighting totally applies to divine smite.
It's divine favor.
No,
so it should apply
I'm
to
talking.
that sort of.
If it applies to divine smite, it'd apply to hex. So yes, it does. You can re-roll your hex dice.
It would have just been 1 extra damage. So if she had 1 HP after I hit her,
does still go over to Grangrik.
Yeah, that's cool.
All
My
right.
kill
Thank you
tally.
very much.
Oh god,
Thank you very much, lads. I'm going to be jumping off.
Later.
Any questions? Feel free to send them my way. I'm always happy to do that.
And
For sure.
29th, I just had a look. Is the next Sunday that you're back? So
Yes, 29th will be next Sunday. So
Or
Merry Christmas.
yeah, well,
there is a.
Are we going to be
there is
taking
part of me that
break?
is- Yeah, I think so. There is